thing I don't have vertigo or some other ridiculous phobia.
Bonjour!
Ah! French parrots!
But
Games? Oh, we love games, doesn't we, Precious? Does it like games? Does it like to play? Oh, we know safe paths for houses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up!
I didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
You shall not pass!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fellowship of the Brick. And tonight is our first ever live stream video. I'm Liam501st here, joined by my brother, Extra Media. Owen, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You playing video games?
Yeah, I'm playing Halo right now. Playing Halo Infinite. Playing a little Infection, which is pretty fun. Yeah, just waiting on everybody else. So cool. I wanted to ask, what was the little like button mashing of stuff? I was kind of like, what was going on with all the little pop-up videos of Lord of the Rings and whatnot? That's the intro. We need a better intro because that was like very discombobulated. And like the icon, we got to work on that. We got a lot we got to work on.
Yeah, it's a work in progress for the channel.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, we got to work on it. So, what are the topics for tonight? Like, I know we'll go through them again once other people get here, but what are we going to talk about?
All right, so for this week, obviously we had the big reveal of the 2023 Ghost.
Uh-huh.
And we're also going to talk about the Amazon Prime Day fumble, per se.
What do you mean by fumble?
How it just wasn't that big of a thing, and some of the deals weren't that great.
Okay.
And then we got, we can even talk about today with Walmart. And even the leaks for the gunship is what we'll talk about. We can talk about that as well.
Okay.
And coming today, we also have Star Foreman here. How's it going, Freddie?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, hey, Frederick.
Yeah.
So, I was on Whatnot today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I was, sitting auctioning through, like, not I was auctioning. I was sitting through an auction. And there was this really cool guy who was like selling things at like a discount. Like he basically sold a lot of like 10 501st clones for like $20.
Yeah. Which
it
guy?
was awesome. His name was like Bulg Bricks or something.
Oh yeah.
Anywho, he had sorry, man, I'm getting attacked here. Hang on. Ah! Sorry. Anywho, he was like real cool dude, like good stuff at a cheap price, which I was like very happy about because I was like, oh my god, like stuff I actually want to buy. But I did not buy. I refrained from my purchasing. Sorry, I'm playing Halo right now, so
Joke's on all y'all. I got my army of 501st troopers.
what has that gotten you? Nothing. Just kidding.
Happiness.
Caw! Die! Take it. Sorry, I probably should mute myself the whole time.
Or today with the Walmart sales.
I actually got some good Walmart sales. Did you end up getting anything?
No, because everything that was on sale I had no interest in.
What was on sale?
So at my store, it had the land speeder, but it wasn't on sale. They had the Justifier for half off. I sent the picture. They had Boba Fett's throne room for $40, but it wasn't there. Just about all the stuff that was on clearance wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved to get some sets, but I just couldn't bring myself to. Like I was like, oh, that'd be so cool, and then nah.
You want to see what I picked up?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Picked up these. What? Freddie.
got the
Wow.
stack over here. Oh, it's falling all over the place. Oh god, let me pick this up. Okay. I got 3 of these. These are $20 normally. It was down to like 9. So usually what I do is I keep one to invest in, and then I just give the rest away to like Toys for Tots or something like that. I got 2 of these. These are originally $10. They're like $4.50. Got this. This is like a $50 set, I think. This was $24. And then this one's actually pretty cool. So I wanted this for a while. This is one of the Avatar sets. This is originally $60. I got it down to, I think, $29. And I got one of these right here. So this was down to $39, I think. So oh, I just completely froze, didn't I? All right, let me check something out. Oh boy. All right, if we're still live, I think Liam's internet crashed. Let me check. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. I'll try to be entertaining for a second. So, if there's anyone watching, our game plan for today is we're just going to discuss some basic topics, just some normal things that have been happening in the YouTube atmosphere. All right, he's back. Okay, cool.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
I can stop being entertaining now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The entire internet just on my laptop just crashed.
When did you crash? Like at what point?
When you put the sets down on your table.
Okay, all right. So I'll go through and I'll show you everything again. Here we go. So I'm pretty sure the audience already saw this. If the live stream didn't crap out.
It did crap out.
Yeah.
I got kicked from everything.
Well, no, I mean the stream, not just the internet.
Oh, okay.
But all right, so I got 3 of these. These were $9 each. I was like, hey. So I usually pick up one of these just for like to invest in, and then I give the rest to Toys for Tots during like Christmas time. I got 2 of these. These were $4.50 each. They're usually like 10, whatever.
Wait, what were those?
The
What?
Black Panther Wakanda
Yeah,
thing,
it's
the little one.
yeah.
Shuri's Lab.
And then here's here's another Black Panther set. This one's usually $50. I got it for $24. I don't know. It has some decent figs and some good parts. So I was like, hey. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. So I got one of the last Avatar sets that I need.
Nice.
The Banshee sets. This one was originally $60. It was down to I think $29. So I was like, hey, why not?
Nice.
And then I actually got 2 of these, but I built one already. So this is Jurassic World set. Comes with one of the T-Rexes. This is, I think, originally $80 or $100. It was $39. So
Funny enough, is the T-Rexes and stuff will be like they're worth $100 as it is. Like
yeah,
the dinosaurs are worth more than people think. So yeah, a lot of the stuff is if you invest in it, you'll just
oh yeah, 100%.
get your money back essentially. Somebody drive the vehicle. There you go. Freddie, you got an Xbox, right?
I have an Xbox.
Do you play Halo?
No,
Why not?
just don't have much of an interest in it.
Well, you should play with me sometime. It'd be fun.
I should.
Drive away. What are you doing? Drive.
It's
Oh my God.
getting really heated.
Well, no, I'm driving like in a van.
Yeah.
And this guy is like I'm on the minigun, and this guy is driving me in the worst possible like driving me away from people. So I literally cannot do anything to. I can't get any kills because he's driving away from the battle. What do you?
Oh my god.
Sorry,
Right,
you know.
I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this for everybody.
Yeah, because like I think back to the Jurassic Park thing, the Indominus Rex is worth like $100 on its own.
Well, it got devalued a bit because they released the new silver one, which is technically more accurate.
The Indoraptor or whatever. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, the Silver Indominus from
Yeah.
the,
Got you.
like 2020.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself for a second here. Here we go.
Is he making fun of me for going mute?
And we have Rye Guy 83. I don't know who that is. Hello, hi, fellow brick nerds.
Ryan, if you're on Fortnite, let me know.
Let's see. He is not. He does know he has a. Chris should have given Ryan. If you're still watching, Chris should have given you a link to the stream if you want to join. Up to you though. I will be soon.
Excellent. Guardian. Good work. Ah! That's grenade. I'm dead. I don't know. A lot of dead airtime.
All right,
Liam,
we're gonna
you're
have
the host.
We're gonna have pretty much almost a full panel. We got 6 people joining us this.
Who are the 6?
So there's us 3. Lou will be on later. David will be on in about 20, 25 minutes. And then we've got Ryan joining a little bit later, which will be exciting. Oh, make it 7 because I think Chris might even join. We need 2 more people to complete the 9 companions, and then we shall be the Fellowship of the
boy.
Brick.
So that begs the question: who are each of the 2 characters?
Who's each of the characters?
Yeah.
So here's the
I
thing.
think Owen should be Gimli because he's so short.
Who?
David's Gimli.
Yeah. All right.
No, I'm kidding.
I say for our profile picture, we have all 9 of the people, and then our face photoshopped onto who we are.
Well, we don't have 9 people.
Exactly.
Not yet. We got 7.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
But isn't that like exactly what they did?
In a
That's
way,
what-
yes.
They just simply
Speaking of Lord of the Rings, I just got this sitting on my desk for some reason.
can't have 9 at once. I don't think.
Outrageous.
You can have 10. The
Wait,
StreamYard
no,
thing.
I think the max is like 12.
StreamYard literally said, it gave me an ad. It's like, hi, you can have 10 people
How
on your thing.
many panels on StreamYard?
10.
I think it's 12. 10 people. All right.
I was right. Get off me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So I know there were 2.
Whatever it is, I have the free thing, so it might be different because I think if you pay, there's more. What's no? There were 2. What do you mean?
So I don't know. Like, I
What do
really.
you mean, Ryan? No, there were 2. What do you mean?
I don't. So if we're all characters from Lord of the Rings, like, I don't know. There are some underrated characters in the entire thing. Like, Faramir is one of the most underrated.
Faramir? Yeah, because his dad's a jerk.
Not even that, but like he has a great story. And like just super cool at the end when he like if you watch the extended edition, he is the reason why Rohan and Gondor like join together, like, or in the future kind of do in a way. Catch my drift, because he falls in love with the Rohan daughter, Eowyn, and yeah. Yep, and that's that.
I'm going to try and reconnect to the Wi-Fi because I'm running on my hotspot, so stand by.
Sweet. Are we all frozen?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know.
Liam just died though.
I have returned. All right, we are back.
Someone's getting a phone call.
Not me.
Freddie, your
My
mother
God.
is calling.
Not my
Danger,
mom.
danger.
If it's not
No,
your
it's-
mother, then who may it
someone
be?
else.
Let's go. Let's go. Go. Go.
All right, so what do you say we get started on some topics and we can have everybody else join in?
Hashtag the gunship. You have to have hope in the gunship.
Oh God,
But
bro. People.
It's
are
better.
always
It's gonna be.
lying.
Hey, listen. It's going to be better than the ghost, and I will fight that to the grave. Because here's the thing. With the show, the only okay, there's 5 minifigs in that set. The only 2 that are going to be worth anything are going to be Hera and Jason, right?
Well, no, I
I
feel
would
like
agree, probably.
de-
I don't even think
depending-
Jason is going to be worth anything.
Depending on the availability, I could see the Mon Calamari being rare simply because people want to army build the new Blue Squadron outfit.
Maybe, but what I think will happen is like I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and do 2 things at once. Oh my gosh, this lag is real. Jason will be worth something. I like probably like $30 right away. And then Hera, since Hera only has 2 versions, it won't be worth. He'll be worth something. But the only thing I don't like is every other person is kind of not as unique as you'd think. Like the Mon Calamari, you have a bunch of Mon Calamari heads. It's not like it's unique or anything. Isn't it the same one as like Lieutenant Beck or something?
Yeah. What do you guys think is going to be worth stuff in the gunship?
I think Padme might be worth something. I don't know why.
All right. The moment you all have been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts.
What's up?
How's it going?
How was what?
Sup? I said, how's it going? How's it going?
It's
How are
going
you?
all right. It's going.
You know, it's a common thing to ask you. How you doing? What's up? Yo.
All right. I'm not at work.
What's the ball cap say?
It's a New York ball cap
Why do you have a New York ball cap?
because it's from New York,
When did you go to New York?
and it's not branded with the other brand, so I don't have to get in trouble.
Walk in here.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Freddie?
What's up?
So we have a bunch of topics for tonight discussions.
I would say it seemed pretty boring. I was the only one watching right now.
I know it's kind of sad, and we took our one viewer and put him in our show. We're desperate for views.
Then it's a good thing no one's watching.
Here, you can watch my ceiling.
Wow, that's the content of Liam 501st.
Yeah.
This isn't even my channel anymore, so I can't.
Well, and it was funny too because as I was typing, like he's like, "Oh yeah," it's like, "Oh, one does not just go into Mordor." I was like, "No, it was 2," because he was with Sam, so it was funny. And then he looks at it and goes, "Oh, 2. I don't know what he means. I don't know. This is." I was like, "Dude, like because you're not clicking on it fast enough, Mr. Internet lag."
Yeah.
Yeah, internet's already crashed at least twice.
No, so we were talking and we're discussing so the new Ghost set or the new
Yep,
Gunship set, which one will be more popular?
Ghost.
I would agree. I think they fumbled a little bit on the gunship.
I disagree, just because I'm that guy.
Here's what I will say
BRB.
is that Lego Star Wars fans, and Liam and I were getting into this a bit earlier.
We can talk about this after we go over our 2 topics for the day or
Bro,
evening.
okay. I'm just gonna say Lego Star Wars fans will literally complain about anything ever.
This is partially true. Yeah. Don't mind me. Oh. Nick's over here building a bunch of stuff too. What's up, Nick?
Hello.
Nicholas,
What's up?
you're on YouTube.
He's got a lot of other things going on. He's building stuff. Sarah's at the store right now. You just saw
Didn't
the
know I
alarm
was
get turned back
watching.
on.
Didn't know I was watching Gremlins for a second. Jeez.
Wow. Oh my god.
Brutal.
Bloody-
You know, it's funny if I turn the lights off and start running around, you can think it was the Blair Witch Project.
Don't talk about Michael like that.
It's like, oh my god. Ah! More entertaining than the 10 minutes I watched earlier. Jeez.
Talk to our host.
Look at
That's
that.
crazy.
Another excellent build. All right.
He's building
Let's
some
get
stuff.
started with our very first topic of this evening, and that is going
2K
to
drive.
be
Drive 2K.
this.
Is what?
Look at your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on. Oh, wait. There we go. Boom. Right there.
Yep, I've seen it.
Exciting reveal of this past what, 2 weeks
Lame.
ago now? Week and a half ago. The Ghost.
Boring.
The first one since 2014, so it's been almost 10 years.
So what about it? What?
You're gonna build it?
That
What
would
y'all
be
think?
called the Ghost
I know what it's called, but like,
and a Phantom.
wow, what a way with words.
No, Nicholas, go back to your thing.
All right, so my initial thoughts is I know, Ryan, you said this earlier. To me, it doesn't look any smaller than
It's smaller.
It-
Everything's
it looks
smaller.
really-
It has a higher piece count though.
I don't care. It's more detailed on the inside, but it's still smaller.
Well, size matters
And
not.
the Phantom is super small. I mean,
yeah, which
they're already
means-
talking about the fact that it probably can't even hold any other figure in there besides Jason Cinderella, and he's a short fig, so that's kind of lame.
That'll be sad because
I mean,
in
Chopper
the
can't even
trailer-
fit in it.
In the trailer, we literally see
No.
Hera flying the Ghost or the Phantom.
Sorry, Nick's trying to wants to build my Ninjago set with me now. It's like, no. That's what I'm going to be doing during the stream. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm more excited about Ahsoka coming out in one of the other sets than the Ghost, honestly. I think you're talking about the gunship. The gunship's like, it's cool that it's another color, but it's like, but I still think the Ghost is going to be more popular, especially with it being in 2 or 3 other movies and shows besides just Rebels. So, and I think it's going to play a much bigger part in Ahsoka than people think.
I think the reveal of the shuttle will be interesting because, again, that's another set that hasn't been made in 10 plus years. I think it came out in 2011, 2010.
Now that one I'm actually kind of excited for because I think that's actually going to look a lot better and operate a lot better than the old one did.
It's going to have more of it's going to have, instead of the majority of white, it's going to be more maroon, right?
I believe it should be more red, more dark red than everything else in the other one. Yeah.
Okay. And then,
But from an official standpoint, I cannot confirm or deny anything else that you don't see in normal pictures.
so for those who have seen the Clone Wars, who was excited about seeing Yuang? Yeah, that's how.
I mean, so I don't know. I wasn't like super duper attached. Like it's a droid kick and like lightsabers, and yeah, it's neat. But I was never like, oh my god, like there's so many better other like droids throughout Star Wars that
Yeah, but he's
that don't get a lot
a
of
special
credit.
one. He's a special one.
Yeah, he builds the lightsabers.
No, the Jedi build the lightsabers.
He helps to find their stuff and help them pick what they want.
But still, there's so many cooler droids than this me.
Oh, I totally agree. There are definitely cooler droids.
Yeah. But no, he's a cool droid. Don't get me wrong. He's like a unique character, but it kind of takes away like him being there. Yes, like I feel like it takes away from the Jedi actually building their own lightsaber. Like I know that he helps them, but through many like iterations and like games and stuff, when you build your lightsaber, you do it yourself. There is no droid teaching you step by step. It's all something that you kind of figure out through the Force and whatnot. So that's my thing. Yeah, I will be quiet now.
What's going on, David? Welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Tired. Very busy day.
You should turn your thing sideways, Dave.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to fix my headphones here. Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep it open. Oop. Yep.
Ready? He said a bad word.
That's
Error.
it. You're getting demonetized right now.
Error.
It's not like we're making any money off this thing anyway.
Error. You're right. One moment. One moment.
Wow.
Playing Halo. I died.
What do you do?
All right. So can you guys see the
Yes, we can.
the ghost? Here's the.
It's a ghost. Let's see it.
I didn't.
Ooh.
Was that, as you can see, the side comes down and it's almost like a ramp. Anyone notice that?
Yes. I don't know. It's like, does it lead?
It's highly inaccurate.
Because it's supposed to come down on the front.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there's the ghost.
Best uncle ever.
Company! Attention!
You guys are talking about the ghost currently?
Chris is. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. What's up, Christopher?
Hello.
Oh, get this kid off the screen. I'm just kidding.
Wow. I mean, he's your kid. Doesn't that insult you too?
No. I see him all the time.
That's not what I meant.
I don't want to see him. We see him all the time. We don't want to see him.
That's right.
Wow.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Quite well.
I'm doing okay, Dave.
Things
So
are good?
Just so you guys know, Lou will be joining in a little bit. And then we will also have Freddie come back from his endeavors.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so David, we were just talking about the ghost, and then we're gonna move into also we were talking about the gunship a little bit. So
okay,
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, G. Jeez. I mean, like you disappeared. We want to see your face. You know, sparkling face.
What?
So in regards to the ghost, what have you guys talked about so far?
Nothing much. We've literally just started. We've been trying
Yeah,
to.
the ramp is in the wrong spot. That's what we just said.
Well, we've been trying to figure out grounds for like kind of what to talk about, where to go, because it's kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, because the ramp should be on the front, right?
On the front.
right.
Yeah, front right under the cab. It's interesting too that they didn't make it where you can go from upper cockpit to lower cockpit.
Funny, like I still think this set will spike like the old one is, but the only two rare figs I believe will be Hera and Jason. Everyone else will be like $12.
Unless the other Mount Calamari actually does something in the set, he's gonna be just garbage.
Yeah. So it doesn't
supposedly he gets shot in the preview, so I think he's a bad guy.
Well, in the preview, there's the scene where Hera, I think, is behind the holo table, and there are the two figs, the officer and the pilot, right behind her.
Huh. So maybe he's teaming up and he gets hurt along the way?
Yeah, but like
everyone watch the the newer Ahsoka trailer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So would anyone say it improved, declined, or just the same level of excitement you have for this show?
I don't really have a level of excitement for it. Like I'll see it when I see it, but so part of my debacle with it is when the show comes out, it falls at a very busy time, for me, so I probably won't be able to watch most of it. So that's always fun because like Andor came out and I was behind on Andor. Like I didn't watch Andor for another 2 or 3 months.
You're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, I get that.
So that's me, but I don't know how you guys feel. So
I mean, we could do like a round table. Somebody can go first, and we'll go from there.
I'll go next. For me, I was after seeing the very first Ahsoka trailer, I was like, okay, whatever. But after seeing this trailer, I was like, okay, I'm way more excited. And then I saw the ghost, and I'm like, okay, I'm pumped. This is gonna be. I'm excited because I even said this on Twitter that the Ahsoka show. The basically Dave Filoni said this. It's Rebels season 5.
Yeah.
And this would be an ultimate test to how popular Rebels will.
Okay.
Because the only way you're going to know what's happening is if you've watched all of Rebels.
Yeah, for the most part, from what I've heard too. So does anybody, or so you currently, Liam, do you have any issues with the new set, figures, designs?
I think that the Ghost itself, so take out the Phantom, is a massive improvement on the original. I think the colors look better. It looks way more sleek. The Phantom looks good for the scale. Obviously, the older Phantom looks way better. The minifigs, I think, I'll have to see the show, but Hera, that's if you've played Star Wars Squadrons or watched the Freemaker Adventures, that's pretty much the Hera in that show or the game. So that's what really gets me excited. I'll have to see more of Jason Syndulla because the only thing we got of him in Rebels I thought was horrible. He looked terrible at the end of that, and then Chopper, just Chopper, and then the 2 officers. I'll have to see the show.
Okay.
Minifigures though, because the Rebels, I think the minifigures in the first Ghost were great.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Are we still talking about the set, or are we talking about the show?
Yes. You can intertwine them, Ryan.
Well, like I said, I mean, the fact that, like I said, I think the Ghost is actually a little bit smaller. The Phantom is too small. It's right. The ramp on the side. I mean, they had a chance to finally get it right, and again, unfortunately, Lego screwed up.
And the is also
so that's the way I see it as far as that goes. They could have had this set be an ace in the hole, and I mean, just like the UCS gunship, they screwed up. They had a perfect chance to get it right, and they bombed.
Do you think though, if they had maybe done, if they could have made it like a $200 set, made it a little bit bigger?
If they would have made it bigger, and even if it was a $300 set, it would have sold so much better, especially if it actually made sense and had more playability in it. By making the Phantom smaller, by doing things that are inaccurate, a lot of people are going to be upset, and they're just going to mock it themselves like they have in the past, and just make it better.
Oh yeah, some of the Ghost mocks I've seen are incredible.
So as far as the show goes, I think Ahsoka the show is going to be probably the best live action show we've seen in the last 4 years. I think it's going to be blow Boba Fett and Mandalorian out of the water. However, with these are new pieces. That's kind of cool. Sorry, getting distracted by there you go.
Yeah, I'm doing the solo layout.
That's crazy. But yeah, thanks, Nick. But the fact is that everybody's been saying that it's going really well, and then of course, for those of you who don't know, the Actors Guild went on strike yesterday. as well. So that's going to affect everything coming out in the next 4 or 5 years, because you have the writers and actors both on strike now. And I know that I can't remember what the name of the show's Oppenheimer, with Matt Damon and a few other ones. They actually had the premiere yesterday, and they actually walked out on the premiere in London or whatever to help support the acting strike. And then
It's the big movie.
Yep. And
because when they're on strike, they can't promote the movie.
Correct. And everybody walked off the set of Deadpool as well today.
Yeah, that's the big one. I'm like sad that because of they can't. The Deadpool 3 has to stop, and because of the strike, they can't use any of Ryan. If Ryan Reynolds does an improv, which is what makes Deadpool so fun, if he does any improv off the script, they can't use it.
Well, that was just part of the writers thing. But now that the actors themselves are on strike, there's nobody there to act. So there is no movie happening. So that means that any timeline that they had set, and even with the delays with the writers' strike, are just going to get even further pushed back. And that includes TV shows. So luckily, I think most of Ahsoka was already done, but it may even delay the release of Ahsoka and other Star Wars properties and stuff too. So, but I'm excited about it when it comes out. I think it's going to kick butt, and you have to have seen Rebels to follow it, because it is going to be. It seems like it's going to be a direct continuation right off the end of Rebels, at least parts of it. But if those people have not seen it, you should watch it, because Rebels is awesome.
Did you guys hear what the one, I think it was a studio executive, said about the strike, about them keeping the strike going? That they're going to keep it going until
everybody goes broke? Yep.
They go broke and lose their homes and stuff.
That's crazy.
Pretty hectic.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
something,
hectic
all
and
right.
pretty ballsy. All right. Who's next? Owen.
I already told people about how I feel about the show. Are we talking the set now as well?
You can.
Yes, sir.
I could care less. No, like I'm not gonna buy it. I can't buy it. Like, so it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, it's the new Ghost. Like, it's very exciting. But I'm more actually interested in I'm more interested in the gunship. Like, that is cool to me. And I personally think that the Commander Fox fig, while it has some slight misprintings and stuff, not all Lego is actually correct or right. Hi, Sarah. How we doing?
Hello.
They're all saying hi now.
Sarah.
It's okay. I won't talk anymore.
She's not supposed to be here.
No, it's fine.
Hi.
Hi.
And bye. She gone.
So I a lot of people are getting mad about, oh my god, this one is accurate. Like, oh my gosh, it's like it has red where it's supposed to be white. Lego should do better. But in my opinion, like, a lot of Lego is wrong. Like, even the beloved Captain Rex minifig, the Phase 2, is still wrong.
Yeah, the only thing wrong is what it doesn't have the antenna.
Yeah, and there's some other stuff pretty much that. But
holy cow!
And your point, Owen.
Is that Dave?
My bad.
Your mic is right next. Your phone is right next to your brick.
Yeah,
so
no,
really loud.
I realized that as soon as I dumped it. My bad.
I was like,
I think though before Rex, the only two minifigs I think were incorrect were Phase 1 Cody with the wrong visor color, and then Commander Fox with the same, because I think he has a red one. But
And,
even to your point, Owen, here's a 2013 level first, and then a newer one. There is a serious difference in their torso print. There it is.
Yeah,
This
and also
one
one
is
of them,
way more accurate because it's
one of them's animated as well.
they're both animated.
So, but here's the thing, like, nothing against, like, it's, I don't know, just, I feel like, I know people are gonna, like, complain about Lego a lot, like, oh, the torso printing is wrong, but, like, the Phase 1 Cody that everyone loves has, like, visor and, like, which he never had in the show, which makes no sense either.
What's wrong with Cody?
So the Phase 1 Cody has the Phase 1 Cody has the shoulder pauldron and the waist cape, which he doesn't have in anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
that was the one set, the gunship, and then when they did the Geonosian fighter, he didn't have the pauldron or the. There's the thing; those aren't prints; those can easily be removed. But then the helmet has the wrong visor.
never mind then. Don't worry about it. Somebody else talk.
I only complain about Cody aside from the visor is that's a print. That I think the jetpack on the back should really be another piece.
Well, and the whole thing too with Fox is that there's a lot of times people don't realize that Lego has to start developing these things 2 years in advance, and they could have had it as white or whatever at some time, or maybe it was red, or maybe it was just an oversight, but it could have been designed differently before too, and that's just how it came out. And I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be worth extra money now because it's not quote unquote the right one. So I agree. I don't think it really matters too much. People are just making a way too big of a deal over it.
And I also, like, I go on Instagram and stuff, and people are like, "Oh my god, the helmet holes! What do we do?" It's like, I like it serves a good purpose because unlike like a lot of the Clone Wars, like if you have a clone trooper from the Clone Wars, the old 2011, and you slap on one of the visors, it actually will go lower than the eye thing, and it doesn't sit where it should, so it looks not great.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the helmet holes actually stop the visor from. Yeah, it depends on if you get a certain some figs, if you push down on it a little more, it goes like. Just depends on how yeah. So that's just what I think. That the helmet holes are nice. They actually do something pretty unique. So I don't know.
I also think here's the thing: the helmets, the visors, and if you look at Phase 1 Cody and then Phase 2 Cody, the visors are very, very different. I think, though, what would have been perfect is that they had just done, okay, this character needs the hole, and print it with the hole. If it doesn't need the hole, then don't do the hole. Like, that's simple. But the biggest thing for me is the helmet holes aren't the worst. It's just the print isn't great. That's all. Thank goodness for people like Grandpa Clone Customs giving us the customs that are pretty good. Isabella Rajas says hello. Well, hello, Isabella. Welcome to the show.
It's one of Chris's friends.
Chris, have you been advertising this show?
Well, just wait for all the spammers to come in then. Oh shoot, Nicholas, can you grab that?
I hate Lego.
What? Yeah, you're fired. What do you want us? There's trying to snoop now too.
I will be back in a bit. I'll be back.
I gotta ask.
Lies.
Moving into the gunship.
What is that supposed to mean? I will be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be.
Moving into the gunship, what do you guys think about the shock troopers not having the red arm, like they did in the Skywalker saga?
Ryan, is that from the car, Zane's car?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Dinosaur!
Welcome, Lou, to the
Hello.
channel. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Good. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Had family obligations to take care of, but here I am.
You're right. You had family obligations. You were supposed to be here.
Don't let my mom hear you say that. There will be a rumble.
I'm sure we love your mom by extension anyway.
Yes.
How's it going, Louis?
Good, guys. How are you?
Good.
Doing okay?
I'm good.
Hanging out?
I'm good.
Nice. By the way, I would first and foremost like to start by congratulating Chris on his amazing job the other night on the stream. I was able to catch the tail end of that, so bravo. And Ryan, where were you? I didn't even hear you.
I switched the second half. I was behind the buttons.
Oh, you were the button boy?
So who
I
was
was
the
the
camera
button
person? Who was holding
man.
the camera?
David was holding the camera.
David was holding I told Owen because we were at my uncle's house, and I was watching it on the phone back because I'd missed the stream, and what is Chris doing? And he's like, wait, he's not button boy tonight?
Nope, we changed it.
I was button boy half of the night.
Very nice. You're moving up, Chris. You're moving up.
Yeah, he did really well. It was a lot of fun. We switched it up. You know, we got to make things fun for the show and everybody who watches. So it was. I'm happy with it. Chris did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a lot of fun. By the way, I was shocked to see that you guys had a full-on Star Destroyer. That's amazing.
UCS Star Destroyer, fully certified.
It's been in the shop before, but we finally have it out for sale.
What do you find gets more like demand, that version or the second version?
It's about 50-50.
Really?
So what's everyone's on the panel's opinion of the two? For me personally, if I had to pick between the two, I'd go with the newer UCS Star Destroyer. But who needs to spend $700 when you can spend when in 2014 you could spend $140 and gotten this beauty? Look at this. Look at how amazing that is. One of my favorite.
So amazing.
One of my favorite sets ever, the 2014 Star Destroyer.
I think I like the newer one. If I had to choose out of the two of them, it would definitely be the newer one, just because I like the convenience of having a suitcase built into that. The carrying feature that it has.
Does the new one have one? I didn't think it did.
I thought it has the handle built into it. Oh, it doesn't?
I don't believe it does.
No, I think
last time we had it, we had to carry it. Last time we had it, we had to carry it from the bottom.
Oh my god!
I'll double check, but as far as I know,
well, now I'm disappointed.
That's one of the reasons why I like the old one, because the old one, you just take the tops off with the magnets, and it turns, and you basically just carry it because it has a solid frame, and you just carry it from the inside.
On the inside, I thought they had for some reason. I thought that all the new ones were having that handle feature. Did they not do that across the board?
Well, the Star Destroyer is pretty heavy. That's basically like saying the Millennium Falcon to have a Star Destroyer, or to have a handle, and the Millennium Falcon weighs 35 pounds.
Oh, okay.
You can relive the epic ventures from the critically acclaimed Rise of Skywalker, where the Star Destroyers rise out of the planet.
So I know not to change subject, but I have to tell you guys, I saw Mission Impossible last night, and it is so good. It is. I can't. No spoilers. No nothing. Like, it is by far, I would say, in my top 5 movies of this year, easily.
I can't wait to go see it. My girlfriend Jenny, she's never seen any of them, but she's a big Tom Cruise fan. I was like, you're a fan of the actor, but you've never seen those, which definitely helped his career.
Yeah.
So
Helped. They basically
It's Mission Impossible and Top Gun that pretty much defined Tom Cruise.
Right.
Well,
and
that-
I emphasize. That's why I emphasize on definitely. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. And I mean, I from the preview, it's a whole unsanctioned thing. So I'm ready for it. I can't wait.
Yeah. And the other thing is like, for better or worse, like I know people have issues with like Tom Cruise and his belief system, I guess you want to call it. But like
Scientology.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's the show, the movie is great. He does his own stunts. And like, as far as being an actor is concerned, like if you're producing, if you're doing your job, then like, I don't care. I don't care of all the peripheral stuff. Like if you're doing your job, you're doing your job. And he nailed it.
Is he shoving the Scientology stuff down into dogfights with jets and
yes, exactly.
No, he's not. It's almost like separating the art from the artist.
Right.
A type thing. And when you do that, even though if you disagree with the actor, you can still appreciate them for not forcing it down your throat, which is all too often in today's climate, where you're just like, I'm sick of it. But Tom Cruise, when Steven Spielberg, who once was the king of movies, pretty much comes up to you and says, "You saved Hollywood," you know you're doing good.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I was a little bit perplexed or surprised by Steven Spielberg's reaction to the last Indiana Jones film. Like, it wasn't a resounding. He wasn't like overly complimentary about it, but it was a weird. I don't know. It was just a weird take from just some of the interviews I've seen him give.
Did he not do the film?
He
walked away from the project really early on, and so then James Mangold took over.
Yeah. Who I think James Mangold is a good director. I mean, you know, he did make Logan, so
it's not a James Mangold film. It's his attempt at making a Steven Spielberg film, which I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
enjoyable.
But if you guys don't, I highly recommend, if you get a chance to see it, go see Mission Impossible. I think I'm going to try to go see it again, but I want to try to see it in IMAX. I know that's almost impossible, just because Oppenheimer and Barbie are taking up all of the IMAXs right now.
Barbenheimer.
I'm like, what?
Yep.
I mean, I want to.
Oppenheimer looks good, though. It's a good cast.
Oh, it does.
Well, you won't see any marketing stuff for either one of them for a while. So,
that's true.
However,
that is.
I've seen enough already, so I mean,
which one do you think's going to win out at the box office next weekend, Oppenheimer or Barbie?
Probably Oppenheimer, to be honest.
1,000%. I'll bet $20.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's
freaking Barbie, dude. Like, come on.
But don't underestimate like.
Nope. I think it's going to be a flop.
I mean, here's the thing. Look at that. Just look at the hilarious casting of Barbie. You've got Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Oh, yes. I know.
Margot Robbie is almost perfectly casted in this movie.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a huge flop. I think that the artist and just the lameness of it is going to just drive it into the ground.
I think it's going to be so stupid that it's fun. It's just fun. I think Oppenheimer will probably be a better movie, but
from an artistic standpoint, it's going to be Oppenheimer is going to be. Oppenheimer is going to be Oppenheimer. Like, it is going to be a great movie.
Is that how, if I may, is that how it's pronounced? I thought it was.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Oppenheimer.
Really? Yeah. I thought it was like, Oppenheimer.
No, Oppenheimer.
No. Okay.
The best thing going for that movie, too, is that it's a Nolan movie, and the fact that he's saying, there was no digital effects at all in this movie. It was It was all legit stuff.
Yeah, classic effects.
Who wants to know? Who wants to find out what he nuked to get that shot?
Right. But the other thing you have to take into consideration, I think it's going to play the biggest factor in ticket sales or in just sales in general, is where the movies are showing and how many theaters. Because that's why Tom Cruise got so upset that he couldn't get an IMAX, because both Barbie and Oppenheimer like just monopolized those theaters. And the reason being is because obviously the tickets are more expensive. So I think at the end, it's going to be who gets on more larger screens or more advanced screens at the higher ticket price that's going to ultimately decide who's going to win the weekend.
But what I'm curious is who's going to pay for an IMAX ticket to see Barbie? That's what I want to know.
The pre-sales. Look at some of the pre-sales. Like for Barbie alone,
Oppenheimer and Barbie at IMAX on the same day.
The same day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
here's what you do is you go see Barbie, and then you go in and you cleanse your mind by seeing Oppenheimer.
I don't know if my brain could sustain that, both of them in the same day.
There was an article about how like a ton of people have, I think it was Fandango was reporting that like a couple million people are doing a Barbie and Oppenheimer double feature.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I gotta look this
Money
up
grabs.
to confirm how many people are.
Well, I just looked at now. I don't know if this is anything, but I just looked up online for where we stand right now for pre-sale ticket prices or pre-sale sold, and Barbie is currently hovering around 80 million, and Oppenheimer is around 50 million, and that's just pre-sale right now.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So,
well, just because it's making money doesn't mean it's going to be any good.
Well, that's true.
Like in general, right? It's a much lower base of like people that not only have interest in it, but would also go see that kind of movie. Versus Barbie is like a universal thing, you know. You have like children that like Barbie that want to go see it. You have parents that want to go see it. You have people that had Barbies when they were young, you know. And so it's a much more universal concept than the guy that created the first atomic bomb, you know?
Yeah. And I think the international market is what's really going to help Barbie the most.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Japan immediately banned Oppenheimer.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh,
boy. I mean, it's kind of unfair. I mean, they got to see it in 3D before the rest of us, so, you know.
Oh, hashtag too soon.
Wait, who banned Oppenheimer, Freddie?
I think you mean 4D, not 3D.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan immediately banned Oppenheimer.
Wow.
Can you just chill out, Nick? Sorry.
Wow.
You guys hear that the IMAX tape for Oppenheimer is like 11 miles long?
What?
Yeah, someone was talking. So there was a picture of the Oppenheimer tape rolled up into the circle and put on the track to play, and someone said, yeah, it's about 11. If you were to stretch it all out, it's 11 miles long.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's kind of cool, though.
I mean, I can imagine that seeing. I mean, I don't know. I sometimes feel like IMAX, and just across the board, I feel like sometimes IMAX gets overused or overhyped for a film. Like, I think IMAX is almost sometimes like the, 3D. I'm like, a film needs to stand on its own first before it's a spectacle. Like, give me good characters, give me good story, and then yes, I'm down to see it in IMAX. So I don't know. I feel like if you have the first two portions of it, then IMAX should be the afterthought, not the main reason you make a movie.
Yeah, it ultimately comes down to, so when I was at Disney, they didn't have an IMAX screen, but the AMC had a Dolby theater, which is enhanced sound and enhanced color.
Yeah.
And ultimately it was, okay, what movie am I going to see? So I think I went and saw like 4 or 5 movies at Disney. It was The Batman. Didn't need to see that in Dolby. I went and saw Doctor Strange. Didn't need to see it in Dolby. Top Gun Maverick. 100% Dolby. The next one. Jurassic World Dominion. I went and saw that in Dolby because I wanted it with because of the dinosaurs. Spider-Man No Way Home re-released. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it in Dolby. And then when I saw Thor, I didn't see it in Dolby. But like Oppenheimer, I would go if I could. I would go see Oppenheimer in Dolby. Mission Impossible in Dolby or IMAX. But movies like Barbie, I can see in a standard cinema.
Yeah, movies like Barbie, I can definitely wait till it's out on streaming. that's just me. I mean, I eventually will watch it, but like, I think streaming will be just fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Lou, I'll join you on that with a giant bottle of rum.
We should do a fellowship screening of it when it comes out.
Oh my God, and that would be great.
I'll be 21, so I'll join you on the rum.
All right. Well, have you guys been watching? I can't remember if we discussed it last time, but has anyone been watching Secret Invasion?
No.
Yes.
So there's it's good. So it's very slow, but it's good.
So before if we're getting into that, I didn't watch the current episode, but I know just from current stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not oblivious to what happened in the past 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Well, the one thing to bring back to what Ryan said about drinking the liquor is, so there's a specific liquor that Nick Fury drinks in the TV show, and it's called Pappy Van Winkle liquor. And I was like, this has to be a made up. There's no way this is real. Oh, it is real. And not only is it real, but they sell Pappy Van Winkle liquor for close to $5,000 a bottle.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It was a $5,000 bottle.
I'm like, I thought it was a whole made up name. I thought it was something I had never heard before in like the Marvel universe or like in the comics. And then when I Googled it, I'm like, no, it's real, and it actually does cost $5,000. I was like, I can't. And I can only imagine now that it's been on this show that the rarity or the price is just going to go even higher.
People are going to be selling it. Remember, we're talking about same people that sold Splash Mountain eBay for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
That is true.
Somebody will probably buy all the bottles, make it go out of stock, and then sell it 2-3 times the price on eBay or whatever. Like Secret Invasion.
The Secret Invasion bourbon. So if we're going to do the Barbie thing, I think we should splurge and just get a $5,000 bottle.
I'll go in on you 2080.
Okay.
I'll go in on it. You get the 80. I get the 20.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant Liam gets the 80.
Oh, that too. It's his channel. He does the 80. We all split the 20.
See, I'll put in a minimal amount just because I don't really drink and I can't really drink, but I'll still pitch in just because, like, why not?
I mean, just to have a sip of it.
I'll take a shot or 2. Why not?
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
And then we just send a personal invite to Samuel L. Jackson to join us.
You can help me finish, but then you got to go to bed.
Yeah, we put in the title.
There's
y'all
8 pieces left.
You MF want a shot?
I was just gonna say he's gonna hop in and be like, "Hello, MFs."
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "MF, you don't get to say that. That's my line. I get to say MF line."
That brings me to the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, and I know it's been floating around for a while, but it seems like it's gathering more steam. Where does everyone stand on, with all the new Star Wars stuff coming out, that Mace Windu is going to be making a comeback? Like, where are we standing on that?
Didn't see a body, so I'm up for it.
You what?
There was no body. We didn't see a dead body, so.
I mean, this is true.
They're gonna bring back Mace Windu.
I mean, there are people that are saying. I mean, right now it's pure speculation. I don't know how they would do it or in what context they would do it, but people are like, oh yeah, if they're going to bring somebody back, it's got to be Mace Windu. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's not that hard for him to survive.
I mean, if Darth Maul can come back from what he went through, I think Mace Windu can come back from falling out of a window.
Look, he got his hand chopped off,
Woo!
zapped, and fell out a window on Coruscant.
Yeah.
And you know what's flying around Coruscant? A lot of hover cars. So at any point, he could have landed or grabbed onto one because he's surely not holding a lightsaber. So, I mean, look at episode 1 where Anakin jumps off the speeder? No, my bad, 2. So, I think he's alive. I'll take it.
Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'll be right back.
Oh dang! I was going to show something. So, to what Lou was saying, because there's something really funny I think we should watch.
As he gets his kicked off.
Once again, guys, if you have not already, please be sure to like and subscribe. We will be doing plenty more live streams and videos in the near future. It could be from me, it could be from Lou, it could be from Starformer. We all created this channel or are a part of this channel, so whatever you would like to see, let us know in the comments. I already have a couple video ideas that I will be coming up with.
I finished my car. It's pretty cool.
Question: does it do a whole like spin? Can it work?
What?
The whole purpose of that build is for it to do like a whole spin.
Uh-huh.
Does it work?
Yes, but not as well as I'd want it to.
Yeah, typical.
I mean, it does. Here, hold on. Let me do my thing here. See, there's the car. So there's car mode. Hold on. Car mode. And you pull this back. And you.
Oh,
man.
nice. All right.
But funny enough, it's really just spinning off the front 2 tires and this little gold ball in the back.
Okay.
That's not actually spinning on the 2 blue balls on the sides, which is weird.
Wait, what set is that?
This is from the Dragon's Rising series of Ninjago. This is what is it called? Zane's Dragon Power Spinjitzu Race Car.
Nice.
That's not long enough of a thing.
So, Lou, you said something about Mace Windu appearing. So, would it be something like this?
I'm still alive, motherfucker! Motherfucker! You can't kill me, motherfuckers! That's right, run, motherfucker! Get this, motherfucker! Mother mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. Waste the motherfucker! Motherfucker, where's motherfucker? April 2, motherfucker.
Can you actually be playing this?
Motherfucking. Prepared for that assault, motherfucker? Kiss my ass, motherfucker. I have had it with these motherfucking motherfucker. Freeze, motherfucker. No, motherfucker. Where's my motherfucking chemist?
Bro.
Rest in peace.
I'm just sitting here.
Motherfucker.
I was off doing something. I come back and this is the first thing I hear. What are you playing?
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
You're not Ryan. Lou was talking about how
Well, yeah, I caught
Mace
that.
Windu
I
might be
walked away for
returning,
2
and so I was like,
seconds
"You
and
mean
you
like
start
this?"
playing that.
Oh,
I was like, "You
that
talking
was
to me
too
like
funny.
this?"
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our 2 seconds on this channel because it's about to get removed.
Ryan, was it too much? Did you cut the audio?
Oh no, it's just taking it to the kids.
Okay, so the audio was playing.
Oh
Yes.
the audio
Okay,
was
good.
playing.
I wasn't just like, I hope audio is going to work because this is going to be real stupid if it doesn't.
I mean, here's the thing. Let's be honest. Compared to what is actually out on YouTube, that unfortunately is mild.
Oh,
So, I mean, I think
As long
that's
as they're not
hysterical.
getting monetized or whatever else, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that is hysterical. I feel like the only thing they're missing out of there is like the word snake. He needs to say snake or snakes somewhere in there, and then just start quoting the Bible verse from Pulp Fiction.
Sorry, gotta get my product placement in.
What is that? Is that 7-Eleven?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, it's great now that our channel's.
I mean,
The memes of the Grimace shake.
Has anyone tried that? I have not tried that yet.
No, but I want to.
It's just a vanilla shake. Everyone keeps saying like all it is vanilla, right? With purple.
dye or something.
That's what I heard.
I heard it.
That's the word on the
vanilla
street.
shake. I heard it's a berry shake.
A berry shake.
Yeah.
A very berry shake.
Yes.
Bonus.
Because I was late, I don't know if you guys touched base on this, but did we talk about Blue Beetle yet?
Not yet. So far, what we've
I was
done
gonna
is we've
circle
mostly
back.
talked about the ghost and a little bit on
I was
the
gonna say this got way off track from being talk about Lego.
Right. I'm trying. I
Well,
want to
this is-
circle back to like the topics we wanted to start with and kind of make
Yes.
sure. Yeah,
Well,
I think that'd be
Y'all,
better.
the two of these streams that are on my channel, this isn't on my channel, this is on the Fellowship channel. They kind of drift off and
Right.
whatever.
If,
So,
we're,
yeah,
if we're
we
gonna
were just talking
continue this, we have to have it kind of structured and controlled.
Lou, what were your thoughts on the Ahsoka trailer and then the reveal of the Ghost in Phantom 2?
First of all, I'm very perplexed by Ryan giving. I don't know if he's trying to like scan his eye into YouTube. I don't know what exactly, like biometrics of some kind. The trailer.
I'm trying to give YouTube my likeness already, so they can pay me for 1 day's of work and use me for eternity.
That's great.
Just like the actors. Contract. Sorry.
The AIs. The Ahsoka trailer I loved. I thought it was great. But for me, I think I'm biased just because, if I'm being honest, Rebels was, for me, my gateway back into Star Wars. I think before Rebels, I had like Star Wars fatigue, or like it wasn't fun for me anymore. And Rebels was like, oh my God, this is what Star Wars is supposed to be. It brought me back into the fold again. Does that mean that everything's come after Rebels is great? Not necessarily, but I still enjoy it. And I thought the Ahsoka trailer was just spot on. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it and where they're going to go. I hope that I hope we get to see more than just a hologram of Ezra. I hope that, Zeb comes back at some point in there. It would be interesting to see some sort of Force ghosts of Kanan, I guess, but there's so many possibilities with it. I'm just really excited for it.
I'm hoping we get Tamora Morrison as Rex. I'm hoping.
Yes. And then the reveal of Ghost and Phantom, I'm going to be honest, I pre-ordered it. I was like, hell yeah. I know I'm getting it. I ended up pre-ordering it. I think it looks amazing. And it's going to be, I think that it's going to be a great set. Everything that I've seen just in the the pictures alone, I'm really psyched about. I am interested to see. I think the only, if I'm gonna say the only issue I can see right now is the landing gear, but even that seems like an easy fix type of thing. But I think it looks great. I am super excited. And I know, Liam, you and I had chatted about it before. I know some people are upset about the gunship that's coming out. Like,
Yep.
But I feel like, again, that's only based. Like, I haven't seen any high resolution pictures of that release yet. Have you found any, or is it just still those blurry ones?
No, but those blurry ones, and then I think Fox, the entire figure of Fox has leaked in like somebody took a picture of it on like an iPhone 12. But
okay.
Yeah, it's like in hand.
Yeah. So what I've heard, so here's literally the list of things that I've heard about the gunship, and I will even, to help with visual aid, bring the 2013 model in. So in the movies, there was only one.
Ryan, I don't know if you're trying to make us sick or you sick. I don't know what's going on here.
What are you talking about? This is just a background filter.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
sorry, Liam.
In the movies, the gunships, and in the Mandalorian, the gunships only had one went out like this.
Yeah.
But then in the Clone Wars, they had a second door that folded out like this, and the bubble turrets were out of the way of it. And so for this gunship, it's one door that goes all the way, no bubble turrets, and it just comes out like this. Which I'm like, why didn't you just door right here? That's an unfortunate thing. It's not the biggest problem because I use the gunship for like the action figures scale, like the 3.75. I used to have the Republic gunship for there, and it had one door that went all the way back. So that's not the biggest problem. I think the gunship, while smaller, still looks good. And I think it's really cool that LEGO is doing different gunships other than this. I just hope that either the next one they do is a regular gunship or something like a Munilist 10 Plos Bros or the Kiadi Mundi gunship. Just do all the different gunships that were in the Clone Wars. The next thing is right here on the wing is another bubble turret. They're not bubble turrets on the new one. It's like a gun or like a cannon right there. It's inaccurate.
It's two of these.
Hey, Lou, check the chat.
And that's all I need for the visual aid. Next is the figures. I haven't seen the only person obviously we've seen is Fox, but as far as I think I saw in the picture of it landed with all the figures out, the Chancellor has the sloped piece. He doesn't have legs.
Wait, what?
There's the.
You mean like the dress piece that they usually use, or the gown piece that they use for like the elves and stuff?
Yes, it in the battle pack with the clone battle pack with Kiadi Mundi and Barriss Offee. Barriss had it. I don't have it right now because I swapped out the legs. But I don't like that. Like, I don't like the dress piece. It should have just been the legs. And then they have Padme Amidala, which looks like it's just her from the Clone Wars, and basically the same figure that was in the Malevolence, but not the animated style.
The what?
The Malevolence.
It's Malevolence.
That's what I said.
You said Malevolence.
Malevolence?
Malevolence, I believe.
Thank you.
But regardless, are we talking? I'm sorry. So the only picture I have seen of this is that blurry one. So I have yet to see any of the other high resolution pictures.
There hasn't.
There's another image that leaked where it's like the gunship on the white and then all the figs just like standing over here.
Oh, okay.
That's how I saw the Chancellor has the thing. One thing for me that was a little like, wait, what? Is the shock troopers didn't have the red arms. Because in the game they have the red arms, and even on there, the shock troopers have the red arms. By the way, got this at Brick World. The score of the event.
Very nice.
All right, so Liam, when you're done, I wanna comment on a couple things you said.
So, and then the shock troopers have the hills. Oh no, it's not great because literally they made this figure last year, and this is near perfection. Maybe the purple would have been better, but it was a little weird for the shock troopers not having the red arms. And then obviously, so Fox. The thing is with. Are you caught up on the issues with Fox, Lou?
Wait, Fox as in the film company?
No.
Yes, the figure. No, I'm not. I thought you meant like Fox, the movie company, or something like that. But no, what about
Commander Fox?
The other Fox, and what happened with the fig?
So it apparently is just riddled with inaccuracies. So let me show you. Let me just pull up a picture of Commander Fox. And this is the one that I've seen going around. Share screen. This is the one I want. So here's Commander Fox right here. Do you see his knee? His knee armor is dark red right here.
Yes.
In the set, it's white. Then you see how the chest plates are white, and then the stomach part is red.
Mm-hmm.
The little arch-looking part of his armor, just below the chest plates, even though it's red here, it's white on the figure. And then up there where the fin should be, but it's not, it's like all white on that slope piece. It's just so what on the figure, the helmet, it's not all white. It's like a thin line of white down the middle. And then the waist cape obviously is printed, not great. And then it's gray, not black. And then the visor, I think, is going to be gray where it should be black.
They're probably going to have those inconsistencies with the new Rex, too.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled that, because I think the Rex, it's probably going to look like the Rex from the Rise of Skywalker, not the Skywalker Saga video game, which, aside from the helmet hole, everything looks fantastic with that figure, except the waist capes. I think the waist capes look terrible because it would be one thing if they wrapped around the figure, but it doesn't. And so it looks really weird. And the only fig I know that a printed waist cape is fine is the Snow Trooper, because the newer Snow Troopers have printed waist capes, and it's fine because it's white and the Trooper's white, but it doesn't work with these. And plus, that's the literally it does not go down like a straight line. It like curves out from the stomach all the way around. Sorry,
well, then my question is, the severity? I'm sorry, I'm watching Ryan battle himself in Ninjago. So with the,
I can do this too, Ryan.
You're holding it wrong. One's got to have the high ground. There we go.
Oh, really? I've gotten all of you beat because I've got two mices.
Mises?
Oh, yeah?
Isn't mice plural?
I have a house that floats.
Yes, it's up and away.
I got you beat. I have Doug.
Squirrel.
So what were you going to ask me, Lou, about?
So, I mean, with all these inaccuracies, I guess then this is where the secondary market of, like, you know, Firestar Toys and everyone else who sells, all the accoutrement, if you will, to buff up the fig. Do you think that would be a possibility?
Oh, no, I think people like Firestar and maybe Grandpa Clone are going to make a UV print or something to be like, hey, if you want a correct printed figure,
Yeah.
I made them. Like, you know, I bought this M&R Productions figure from him at Brick World, and the helmet is Grandpa Clone Customs. So it's a custom, almost like Lego quality. Like, I can't tell a difference. But I was thinking about buying a bunch of these for the Phase 1 clones from the Geonosis pack, and then just putting them on there. But then he was selling these right here. The only thing I didn't realize was I thought this was the torso and legs from the pack. It's not. It's an official Lego figure, but with a custom, like, it's almost like a gritty feel to it. It's not horrible, but it's noticeable. But
was that pad printing or UV printing?
I think it was UV printing. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But I think, and it might be, I just got to find a bunch of these right here, and then get the Grandpa Clone one, and then problem solved. The only thing is, Grandpa Clone Customs 2 also has a really good shock trooper that I might pick up a couple of, just so I can have some good ones compared to the one from the gunship.
Freddie, you had a couple things you wanted to chime in with?
Yeah, sorry, Freddie. Long tangent. You're up now.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say a couple things about the gunship. So when I saw it, literally like a couple minutes after it leaked, because I was just scrolling the internet and I saw it drop like the moment that it leaked. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And I wanted to know what the comments were going to say. And first of all, one of the things that I wanted to say was that there's people out there that are like, oh, Lego needs to get this right. Oh, Lego needs to do this. Lego needs to do that. And like the tough truth that I just want to say really quick is that Lego does not owe you anything. You know, they are a company. Like, even though you're the one that's buying that are buying their products and everything, they don't owe you anything. If you don't want to buy their products, don't buy it. Vote with your wallets, you know? And that seems to be an overdone statement, but like, I'm sticking to it, you know? If you don't like something, don't buy it. You know, second of all, there's a very big difference between creating a CG model and creating, you know, a physical product. So, Liam, you were talking about the doors on the gunship, right?
Right, and I was explaining how it's not the biggest problem with the gunship. Like, I'm happy though I get closed doors on the gunship, because one of the things is obviously all the clones are going to die in space in this gunship. But then again, you never see this gunship in space. All the gunships in the Clone Wars have the complete closed doors.
Well, yeah, but what I was going to say is that to that effect, and is like, you know, I could have like an entire huge ship, you know, if I was a designer on Star Wars sets, right? I could have an entire ship resting on like 1 cubic centimeter of freaking solid steel and just say it's structurally sound, because it's fiction. No one cares, right? But if you make it into a Lego set, then clearly it's going to suffer. And one of the things that the gunship has is it has a giant hole in the middle and then a very, very flimsy backside. And the door is always something that people that build mocks of it have a very tough time doing. And that's why a lot of like the really, really accurate gunship mocks are incredibly flimsy, is because it's a flimsy design in general, you know? And even when you're like molding something in plastic or whatever, right? It's way easier to get the accuracies on those just because, you know, it's molded in plastic and it's like an actual thing. Number two, you gotta realize that it's for kids, you know? Like, not everything Lego makes is for like adults, and it's got to be transferable. And to that point also is you look at the Fox figure, right? And yeah, there's some inaccuracies on the figure or whatever, to which I say, you don't like it, don't buy it. Great, awesome. And I'll talk about that a bit later too. But also, like the visor, right? People were complaining about the helmet holes all the time. If you look at like the Clone Wars visors, right? So the antenna comes out of the actual hole that's like in the side of the helmet, which like obviously that's going to suffer and it looks a bit weird and whatever, right? But the visor itself, the visor comes, it doesn't actually come out of anywhere. It's just like attached to the brim of the helmet. And you look at a company like Clone Army Customs, right? How they did it was it's a singular piece, but it's really, oh, we lost him.
Yeah,
I
was literally
Man
about
down.
to say I think he
Yeah,
froze
he's
and
frozen.
got kicked.
Yeah, but no, I'll keep going. So the visor, right? The visor, if you look at a Clone Army Customs figure here, I have my figure bin out really quick, so I'll try and dig one out. But like the Clone Army Customs visor is this really, really thin, like tiny thing. And if you like so much as look at it wrong, it like snaps off. You know what I mean? And you can't really get that accuracy, and they can't sell super, super flimsy pieces like that.
Freddie, if you're showing us something, you're
yeah, I know it's off. I know it's off. I'm bringing it to a better place right now.
Oh, okay.
So, Freddie, I want to sort of rebuttal your "it's for kids"
1 second
argument, because that
right,
only goes so far. Because when, for instance,
all right, here we go. One second. I'm gonna show something off real quick. So to the point of my visor, right? This you can see. This is Commander Doom, right? And this is 100% accurate visor placement. It's above the holes.
Yep.
Right. But look at the visor, right? You look at the visor. Look at how flimsy that is. And that's the price you pay for accuracy. It's like, do you want accuracy? Because Lego cannot sell this. You know, they cannot. Like with children concerns and everything, people would be choking on this left and right. They'd be losing it. They'd be breaking it. It'd be a catastrophe. I literally picked one of these up wrong one time and snapped it in half. You know?
Freddie, where is that from?
This is Clone Army Customs.
Clone, okay.
Yeah. And so my point being is that with Lego, you know, since they are such a major company and like they are held to higher standards than places like CAC in terms of not just quality but also manufacturing concerns, like you can't really blame them because they're not cutting corners. They're protecting themselves as a company and making sure that they're looking out for everyone and, you know, coming to a compromise that actually works. So I don't think the helmet holes are really all that bad when you look at the sense of they have to do it in a way where it doesn't look awkward. I think he froze again. But you know, you have to kind of think about it in a compromising way.
Well, I mean, Freddie, I agree with you on two of the points. Like, I think first and foremost, Lego is a company like any other company, and you vote. They find out what works and what doesn't work by what is bought and what isn't bought. I mean, perfect example is if you look at how soon after the Black Panther bust and the Hulkbuster came out, they automatically discounted it. Like, they started to realize that this isn't selling. People were voting with their dollars, and then that's it. So, I mean, Lego can still learn from, you know, whatever mistake it is, or do tweaks that are going to benefit, you know, the product itself, or to market it to people who they want. In regards to like the Lego is for kids thing, I would say yes and no on that. I would say if a set is being labeled or marketed as an 18 plus set, then I would expect 18 plus, you know, building designs, 18 plus minifigs, 18 plus, like that's where I would use that cutoff for. If it's a 4+ set, okay, great. I'm totally down with that. But if you're rating it, if their internal rating system is putting it at 18 plus, then I expect more geared towards an adult consumer than a kid.
Oh yeah, and I get that 100%, and that's why my argument was like specifically for the gunship itself, because like when you look at the gunship, right, those mainline sets, I don't know, I guess I have to rephrase it better, where it's like it's not meant for kids, like it's not something that they're targeting directly towards kids, because they obviously know that their adult market is growing exponentially, right?
Right.
What I mean is that like You ever heard the saying, a group is only as strong as its weakest member?
Mhm.
It's kind of like that, where it's not directly marketed towards children, but they have to design it with the lowest demographic that's going to buy their product,
I'm going to,
again.
if I can.
Yeah.
If that's the case, like I know a lot of people heard a lot when this came out. Oh, it's for kids. Who cares? Well, then I say, then why in 2014 did they do it right? Second, with the shock, if it's just for kids, then why did they bother to get it done better with the gunship in 2013? You have 4 kids that only gets you so far, and are you saying because it's a kid's toy, they're able to just do something horrendous or just half effort and say, "Oh yeah, it's for kids"? Because
no,
when
that's completely missing the point of what I'm saying here. Because you look at 2014, yes. Because you look at 2014, like pull that 2014 figure up again, right? Look, turn it to the side. I don't see any connection points for any visor attachments, any rangefinders, anything like that, right? So
Freddie,
in that
it's a generic
regard,
212 trooper. It doesn't need it.
Exactly. But here's the thing, is that you look at the 212 trooper that you have there, it's not entirely accurate. It's not. People just like it more because they say it looks more like what they like.
What's inaccurate about
first of all, both the orange arms and the white arms are inaccurate because technically the arms should be dual molded. Number 2, the hips are completely inaccurate because there's only like light splashes of black on the hips. It's their entire hips aren't black. Number 3.
This one though, I'm more okay with them doing because I'm not the biggest fan of the white hips because there's detail, white hip detail. But for this one though, I'm fine with it because they actually added some detail. But like, here's the thing about this one. Is this a Revenge of the Sith clone trooper or is it a Clone Wars clone trooper?
So here's what they did with those: is they mixed it.
They did. It's like a hybrid. That's the thing.
Because they
makes
they
it
wanted to make it a
both,
uniform design, and that's what they've been doing with all their figures. Is like if you look at like the Jason and the Ahsoka Tano and those new live action figures, is they've been kind of blending the styles together so that way no matter what you're a fan of, you still have the figures. Yeah, like that.
I'm
as
not
opposed
the
to doing the
fan
stylized
of the blue eyes, I'm gonna be honest.
As opposed to having the stylized Clone Wars figures or having the stylized live action figures, they just blended them two together so that way no matter what you're trying to collect,
because that is the least of the bad ones.
Yeah,
I actually don't mind the animated heads, and plus the clone trooper ones are behind the helmet. But what else was I gonna do? Here's the thing: is that when you do that, you get like the helmet, and that it's just inaccurate to them. So then you don't have even though it's a hybrid, which I kind of understand, you have an inaccurate to both, which makes it inaccurate.
I'm gonna hop in here. So, although I don't collect Star Wars Lego specifically and everything, I can understand both sides. But I think part of it on the legality or logistics of it is, so Hasbro has had the license for Star Wars for decades, and when they do their series figs and etc., overall, no matter what the size is, miniature,
Black Series, vintage collection,
any size, no matter what, they have literally the most rights to those designs and stuff because they had it first. So then you have other companies such as Lego or Funko Pops who eventually get more of that license to do it themselves in different ways. So I think when it comes to the consistency of the inaccuracy of things, I think part of it is they have to separate themselves from what really works and what really is true to those figures and designs, and to be different. So when they're doing their hybrid stuff, that makes them different, although it's inaccurate and the consistency of that is kind of annoying in some cases. I just think I don't know. We as the fans, the buyers, etc., we don't know those logistics. So we have to keep that in mind, because when other people pick up the rights to certain license, we don't know how detailed those contracts are. They might actually have to be like, you cannot copy this. You cannot take a photo of one of our clone troopers, copy and paste it onto one of your figures. You have to change it in some way or form.
I actually don't think that's true, because occasionally Lego will do, or not Lego, Hasbro has something like this, like their Black Series 212th clone that is still based off the Clone Wars. Because you know how, as you can see, one of the realistic has the black line on top in the
right above the eyes.
So yeah, here's the thing: you can also see the torso design is different.
Yes,
they basically did this with their 212th clone trooper for that's the Clone Wars. They did that.
Yeah, it really depends on how long they have had the contract for, if it has to be redone every few years or so, if they're able to have more licensing designs and attachments and etc., and more accuracy to what it really should look like. We just don't know those things. And so, like, I get it from a Lego fan and being a Star Wars fan, but I don't collect that stuff. I get it. And I mean, I could be over here nitpicking about Marvel and DC, but that's a whole separate video. Videos, to be honest. So I get it, but we just have to keep in mind of those things. I mean, yeah, there's sometimes they're going to get it right. There's sometimes they're going to get it wrong. There's sometimes where
What breaks my bricks reboot?
Maybe. I mean, this is a separate video. We're not bricks of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I still got my list, and I've added some stuff to it.
I mean, to your point, David, I think the other thing that we should also take into consideration, and I speak as like also not only as like a Lego fan, a Star Wars fan, a Marvel fan, a DC fan, I also speak as an artist, because I know whenever I say go into a show where a character has already been developed and people already have a concept of what that is. For instance, Wizard of Oz. Like, I played the Cowardly Lion once in the Wizard of Oz. I had to do my own take of it, not Bert Lahr, who everyone, that's who that character is held up to. That's what it is. And how, as an artist, do you make it your own? How do you make this character your own? So I think whether it's Funko Pop or Lego or whoever else has these rights, these licensing rights, how do they make it their own? Like, yes, other people are out there, like Hasbro's out there doing their thing, and yeah, it might be very realistic and everything, but as a Lego artist or as a Funko Pop artist or whatever medium you're working in, how do you take this character that is so very well known and also add your own flair to it, add your own,
right? And that's
that's the other thing.
Is that, like, we get these great figures that have some really good designs, and okay, there's no arm printing or the arms aren't dual molded, etc. But then we do get those, and there's so many factors that come into play that it's like, I kind of agree with Freddie too. Like I said, I'm 50-50. Is that the more money and things you'll put in doesn't necessarily mean that product is going to be good, because I have seen those visors. I've seen them from the Clone Army customs we've gotten at the store to in person for other things. That some of those, like, antennas and visors and stuff, they're pretty flimsy. And I mean, I've dealt with all kinds of other toys growing up, and like, I could tell what's going to work and what's going to not, just from plastic molding, color, etc. So like, when you have the helmets, because that's like a huge thing, is the helmets for the clones alone. it's a whole argument between the hole being accurate or not. Is it there? Is it not? Is it worth being there for the attachments? Is it not, given the style of the clone for certain factions, ranks, etc.? Like, that comes down to what you like as a fan.
Right.
Like, if you don't want the orange, the black, the blue, the new white visor on the clone, then don't put it on. But then I agree, if they don't look good on the figure, why have the holes to do that? I get that. It really is just, everybody is always going to be a 50-50 kind of margin. No matter how you look at it, you're gonna have to float in the middle. If you want to stay on one side, that's fine. Be that way as a fan, the collector. But I think staying in the middle is the best way to go about it, because we never know what's going to come. And I mean, sometimes when we see these leaked photos and renders and stuff, sometimes they don't come out that way.
Right.
Like,
I mean, there's a huge, that to your point, that is huge. Like, I have seen, leaks that come out and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good to them. But I see like the high resolution pictures once Lego starts finishing it. I'm like, oh, wait, this looks absolutely nothing like what the leak looks like. And again, that could go back to like Lego trying to control the leaks and what happens and how things get out. I do know that Lego is cracking down across the board or on leaks themselves. So, I mean, if you wanted to, as a company, be like, oh, how do I track this? Then, yeah, I'm going to surreptitiously put out, a fake rendering, and then you can just work it backwards like a virus of like, where did this come from? Oh, it's this person.
Right. You also have to put this way out there, too. They're a company, they're a business, they make toys for adults and kids.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, with a licensed theme, they're going to prolong things for as long as they can, because when it comes to the licensed themes, especially Star Wars, that makes them the most money, regardless of what it is that they put out. No matter how many times they rehash something like the Land Speeder, it is just going to be that. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but here's part of my point being a Marvel fan, okay? Lego had a very nice track record of doing comic-based sets. But once the MCU started doing more, they halted on that, except for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Except for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is their mascot, just like Batman is their mascot for DC.
Mm-hmm.
So now, in the realm of that theme, overall, we are lacking in many other things that we know that they have the capability and the agreement to do via licensing contract. So they're going to milk those things out as long as they can. So that's where the consistency of the inconsistency comes into play.
Right. But don't also on top of that, and this goes back to everything, ultimately the designers, the production line, all of that stuff that happens at Lego doesn't move forward until the people who actually own the IP give the yay or the nay. Like, they get final say on it. So Disney ultimately, I mean, you could say, Lucasfilms, Marvel Studios, but it's Disney ultimately at this point who is literally saying yay or nay on this. So we don't even know how much of it is Lego's doing and how much of it is the designers or the people who own the IP to come back to Lego and being like, you know what, we don't like this, change this, do that.
Because maybe there's a handful.
What'd you say?
There's a handful.
I said Temple of Doom.
Yes.
Right, because maybe there are some really great people at Lego. Of course there are, but I mean in the sense of like who have it ready to go, and it's pretty accurate with a few altercations and stuff.
Right.
And then they have to have their backup designs in case Disney, etc., say no.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of that inconsistency that's consistent too, is because we just don't know those things. And to be honest, the likelihood of finding out those things are very slim unless we talk to the right person or a few people. It's just what it is, and I get it. I'm here too with you guys. It's just
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think the best thing to do is like I vote as much as perfect example is the Batman Shadow Box. Like I was super jazzed when they're like, "Oh, the Batcave's coming, the Batcave's coming." I'm like, "Yes, yes." And then it dropped, and I was like, "No, no!" Like wrong. And I feel like, and Lego's learning this is like they're going step by step, and they're learning. Well, this is not going to work, and I can guarantee you, I would be surprised if the Shadow Box doesn't drop in price like the Black Panther bust did, if by like Black Friday. I think if it's still at full price by Black Friday this year, I would be shocked because
look at the newest Hulkbuster did a price drop.
Exactly.
That's exactly why. It's not because of Amazon Prime and stuff like that. That was not selling.
It's because it's not selling. All the things that are being marked down are the items that are not moving, and Lego sees that. And I mean, and to Freddie's point earlier, that's how we as fans, consumers, whatever, that's how we let Lego know. Like we can write a gazillion comments on their website, send 100 reviews, all this other stuff, but ultimately at the end of the day, what they're really going to listen to is it's going to come in a green piece of paper, and that is what they listen to. And for better or worse, I mean, like that's what it is. And I think they learn, like anybody else, they learn lessons. But for a company that's as old as it is, almost 100 years old, and I'm not just saying with like the plastic stuff, but like when they were doing wooden stuff, they're still a family-owned company. Like they're not traded on the stock market. There's still in-house controls. It is something to really take a look at and be like, oh, this isn't Google. This isn't Apple. Like this is a family-owned company who is doing this and doing it and have been doing it well for almost 100 years. So are they going to continue to learn? They're going to continue to grow. Is everything going to be, perfect? A bat, first time at bat? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And are you going to be able to appease everybody? No. You might be able to make some people happy some of the time and other people not. So it's going to be a coin flip. And I think eventually though they get it right. Like they do listen and they do hear. And I think that's one of the differences that makes them good as a company. Like there are people out there who have legitimate like ideas and opinions about what the figs are and what the sets are and stuff like that. And Lego, for all intents purposes, they listen. So I can't fault them on that.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to bring in is like with the whole voting with your wallet and everything is like those people that you see talking about the gunship, talking about the ghost, all that kind of stuff, they're gonna buy it.
Oh yeah,
like, you already know.
Gunship
because
has its issues, but it's gonna sell really well. People want Gunship.
Oh yeah, it's 100% gonna sell really well. And you think about things that even like historically didn't sell well. Like one that comes to mind is the First Order ATST, right? People hated that thing when it came out, flamed it to death, right? Now you look up the Captain Phasma figure from that set, right? That's selling for like what? Basically the price of the set itself. You know? And I think every single Lego Star Wars set, specifically Lego Star Wars, right, has that audience where when a set retires, there's going to be one of four markets. There's the smallest market, which is didn't buy it, didn't care, which is completely by far and away the smallest market. There's the didn't buy it because I didn't want it, didn't have the money, whatever, and I really want it, and now I have to spend egregious amounts of money. Want it and got it. Or the I didn't want it, but I got it for whatever reason, right? And you see it with basically every single Lego Star Wars set is that no matter like the price of it, right? No matter how much people say that they hate it, the things in it are going to go up in value, right? Let's fast forward 5-10 years. Those shock troopers are going to go up in value. That Fox is going to go up in value. That Padme and that Palpatine, despite all of their faults, are going to go up in value. You know.
Well, but that goes to the point that that article that the New York Times put out last year about how Lego it holds its value better than gold.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and yeah, 100%. And I don't know. I feel like in some way you can't really accurately apply the vote with your wallet technique to Lego Star Wars, because you know that the people that hate on it are going to buy it anyway.
Because
And
they
they're
love
going
it,
to-
because they're
Yeah.
fans.
They're going to buy it, and they might complain about it even after they buy it, but they still bought it. Lego still got your money.
and then that if that's the case, then the fault does not lie on Lego. It
It's
lies
not their
on the
fault. That's
Yeah,
the exact
exactly.
same- Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that like
Yeah.
Lego is a business. They're a business.
Yeah.
They are not your friend. If they see that a set is selling really well, if they see that a bunch of people like the gunship, right?
It could be the
Yeah.
Are you saying it's the Morbius effect?
if I go out and I buy, I would never do this because A, I would never have this amount of money, and number two, I'm not an idiot. If I went out and I bought every gunship within 100-mile square radius, right?
M&R Productions will make a video on you.
Yeah, exactly. But they're gonna be like, oh, well, this set sold really well. They don't care that one person bought literally every single one. They care that they made the money off of it. Once it leaves their
Exactly.
hands and they get that cheddar cheese, they don't care what happens to it. I could burn it in front of my house for all they care, right? And they're a business, so what they deal with is the making the product, the distributing the product, and then getting their money back for said product, right? That is all they care about. So even if people do vote with their wallets, voting with your wallet is specifically the greatest way to show Lego what you do and don't like, because it's so effective.
You should see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and how that thing is literally vote with your wallet. No one's going to see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Already.
Yeah. I mean, I think but that's the case. But here's the other thing, Freddie. I think each individual Lego fan has to get to that point. Like, it took me, I had my dark ages, and I came back into Lego, and then I was like, oh, I need to get this set, I gotta get that set, and oh, this release date, that release date. But now I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I want to curate my own collection. And I think some people sometimes get wrapped up in the hype of it, of like, I gotta get them all. You know what I mean? At case in point. And that's what I'm saying is,
for $40 you got a full ATST, and then Lego was like, what if we kept the price but only gave them half an ATST? Got this one, release day or shortly after, before the end of the year, and then I bought this one at the amazing place called Bricks and Minifigs. Just the ATST for like $20, and the driver.
And that's the thing, is like, people have to get to that point of like, you know what? I'm only going to buy what I want. And I think once somebody hits that point, that's where it's a sense of freedom. I think a lot of people don't often get it. Like, for me, great example again is the Batcave. I was like, I want it. I need this. And then I saw it. I was like, nope. You know what? I don't need this. I'm good. I'm good. And if I was Lou of just maybe even 2 years ago, I would have still bought it. Do you know what I mean? But now I've learned my lesson, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't need it. And I think the more people that get to that point, as opposed to being so wrapped up in like the hype of it, are going to be much more happy. That's where you're going to find people will find their true passion when you get a chance to actually curate the collection that you want, not what you the collection you want, but not the one that you think people want you to have, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think plays a big factor in it.
Yeah, I remember it was like from 2014 to 2018. I was like, I want all of these Lego sets. And it was. But then I got to the point where I was like, I don't need every set. Like I have one of the big ones was I have my 2015 Force Awakens Millennium Falcon up here. I wanted to get the Rise of Skywalker Millennium Falcon because of the new brick techniques it made, where instead of the pizza slices, it was the four sections. But then I was like, I don't have to. I'm not going to get this one. I kind of came to the realization I don't need it because I have mine and I like mine slightly better.
And what was that a sense of? Was that a sense of freedom for you?
It was, because I'm like, I'm only going to buy the sets that I want and actually matter. Like, it's mainly for me. It's stuff is it part of one of the factions? And that's how, like, mainly that's why I buy mostly clone sets, droids, rebels, Imperial. I don't collect any more of the sequel stuff because I ultimately made the decision with I don't really care about the sequels anymore. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff and use it to buy some stuff from the original 6 movies. I happened to buy the stuff from The Mandalorian, even though it's not part of any factions, is because I really liked it. And I just happened to have a decent discount when I was a cast member at Disney. I was able to. That's how I bought the Razor Crest, the N1, and the Bo-Katan ship. The only reason I'm getting the Fang Fighters is because of the TIE Interceptor. I think once I get the first one, I may go onto eBay or something and find someone just selling the TIE Interceptor for like $40-$50, and then that's how I get my 2 TIE Interceptors.
Nice. Which reminds me, by the way, I am going to be going to Legoland New York next weekend. Is there anything anybody wants me to look for? I know there are only some certain sets that are sold directly at Legolands. Is there anything I should look for anybody?
Like what? That they sell specifically there?
I don't know. There's exclusives. I'd have to look online. This will be my first time at a Legoland, to be honest with you. So I'm like, okay. And this is the newer one. Supposedly the store that is in here, they call it the Big Shop, is the largest Lego store in the US.
Yes. So the Big Shop is at every single Legoland. That's what they call like the major shop in California and in Florida. I myself, I lived in Florida for 11 years, so I went there twice. And basically, what I would say is definitely look for the exclusives. But there's 2 things that you're going to want to look for while you're there that aren't necessarily like the best things in the world, but you're like it's just better to have while you're having the opportunity. And that's number 1, always go to the Big Shop and look at, actually no, there's 3 things. So the first thing is go to the Big Shop and look at the polybags. The polybags, they always have not necessarily like exclusive or rare polybags, but just like things that you can find early, things that completely slip by your stores. Like you can find all sorts of stuff. For instance, I went in 2016, right, to Legoland, Florida, and they had for sale, it was like $5 each. They had the Stormtrooper Sergeant and the TC4 or TC14, whichever is the red one. They just had like stacks and stacks of those for sale. And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy a few of these, So I say definitely
Sergeant with the white baldwin.
Yeah, from Rebels.
I never saw any of those. Where on earth do you go to buy the poly bags of figs? Because I still can't find Batman 1992.
So usually,
what do you mean? I have a whole bunch at work.
I don't have. I can't. I've been going to Walmart, Target. I can't find these.
No. Here's what you do. You're going to wait 5 more months, and here's why. You're going to wait 5 more months, and they're going to show up in the stocking stuffer section of Meijer.
Okay.
That's what happened with the Spider-Man polybag last year and a bunch of other stuff. They're going to be in the stocking stuffer section at Meijer. Just trust me on this. Okay?
I was looking for the Spider-Man No Way Home or Far From Home polybag with the
drone.
The drone,
Meijer.
because I wanted.
They were at Meijer.
I wanted that figure, and I never found it.
Meijer, dude, I'm telling you, Meijer. That's literally the only place they're at. Meijer.
What you're saying, Dan, is you have a 1992 Batmans.
I don't have them yet, but they are going to be there. I will sell you my left kidney if I'm wrong, because I guarantee that they're going to be there.
I mean, Liam, who cannot? I mean, who can turn that down? I mean, you can always use a spare kidney.
Exactly.
And they're always pretty. The demand is high, so I could.
It's. I mean, for what you sell Lego for, imagine what a kidney goes for on the black market. I couldn't even put a price tag on that.
All right, Luke. Getting back on topic, right? The second thing you're gonna look for is I don't know if you've done minifigure trading before.
Mm-hmm.
But I will look for, and I will probably send you these because I don't know if you know what to look for, but they have exclusive. You can find them usually when you're like trading with employees, but they do actually have exclusive Legoland torsos that are like on super random figures, like just hodgepodge figures that are
like in you mean that section where you like build a fig section?
No, so throughout the park, each employee has figures on their name tag. They can range from just random like city figures to CMFs to even like licensed figures or like figures from older themes like Nexo Knights or Ninjago.
Mm-hmm.
And you go there essentially with your figures and you just trade with them. They also have some in like the hotel. They have a huge wall in the hotel. They also have like these little kiosks where they have walls of them.
Okay.
And so you basically just walk up and go, I have this figure. I want to trade for so-and-so figure. And they'll be like, yo, sure. And so, like, if they have a figure, like, on their name tag that you want, you pull out a figure that you have, and then you just swap, right?
Oh, so I could get rid of some really bad figs that I don't want anymore?
Basically, yeah. I mean, I went to Lego. I mean, maybe that there's a certain factor of, like cuteness that a child has that you have to go with it. But I went there in 2016 and I was absolutely scamming the Legoland employees. I mean, I was trading firefighters and cops for like CMFs that were like $20. I was like, bro.
Oh my god. Oh
anyway,
my god.
No, so you're gonna want to do some minifigure trading, and also this one's partially for me, but it also might be useful for you. Is when you go to Legoland, they have a factory store there. It's basically gigantic pick-a-brick. And what they have at this pick-a-brick is number one, you pay like by the pound instead of like by filling a certain thing, so you pay by weight.
Okay.
But one thing that they have there that you can basically never get anywhere else is that they will put prototype pieces into the pick-a-brick thing. So they will have like trans red 2x8 plates, which you cannot get anywhere else.
Oh,
except for like at Legoland.
Oh, that's right.
They have like trans blue 4x4s, just a bunch of random like weird stuff that you can't get anywhere else. And if you find some of this stuff, let me know and I will pay you. I will, like, if it takes it, I will PayPal you because I do want some of this stuff.
All right.
I forgot about that. That's right. Those trans red and blue plates, I saw those revealed and I was like, where are these? And I found out that they were like one and done unless you go to like those kind of stores. Yeah, I'll pitch in on that too. I don't know. Just a few.
They have basically exclusive parts that you can only get at Legoland.
And that's inside the big shop on their pick-a-brick wall.
There's multiple stores at Legoland.
Okay.
So the big shop should be the first one that you see when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the main shopping destination.
Mm-hmm.
They should also have a minifigure, I think it's called the minifigure market or something like that, which is where you build minifigures and they have like the CMF packs and the accessory packs and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have little kiosks and things that are for trading minifigures, and those are like randomly spread throughout the park. And then they might have different shops for like different lands. So like in the Friends land, they might have a Friends shop. In the Ninjago land, they might have a Ninjago store, right?
Gotcha.
And then the other major one that they have is called the Lego Factory store. And that they sell a few sets, like maybe discounted sets and stuff like that. But most of what they sell is just a gigantic pick-a-brick wall.
Okay. Well, now it'll be very interesting to see if they're going to if they still use the old, plastic containers, or if I'll be using the cardboard boxes now.
So here's the thing about Legoland, is that Legoland has its own unique packaging. So a lot of the time, when you buy Pick-a-Brick at Legoland, you buy in bags, like Ziploc bags.
Oh.
Because it's by weight. So if you buy by cup, you'd be buying a bunch of cups rather than just, if you want a bunch of parts, you dump it in a bag and then they weigh the bag and you buy by the bag.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so you're more than likely going to be buying by plastic bags.
I have no problem with that. I will carry them out any way I can.
Oh yeah, it's definitely more wieldy,
Yeah. All right, I will look out for those. If you guys think of anything else, though, like if there's a specific set, because I know there's exclusive sets that they only sell at the Legoland parks as well. So if there's anything that you guys can think of, let me know, and I will definitely try to hunt it down for you. But I am super excited to go. This will be my first time at a Legoland, and it's literally 90 minutes away from me. So I'm like, okay.
Go wild. It's a crazy experience, especially if you haven't gone there.
Well, they just opened last year, I think.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend at Disney who worked there before going to Disney. She started her program
at the Legoland in Florida.
Yeah, she worked at the Legoland in New York. She's from New York.
Oh wow, nice. Did she enjoy it? Well, what was her opinion, Legoland versus Disney?
Considering the fact she's still there, I'd probably say Disney.
Gotcha.
Disney
does.
Even only the best is good enough can defeat the House of Mouse.
The House of Mouse. Actually, do you know what I do want to show you guys one thing. I was doing some inventory cleanup, and going through some stuff in my other room, and found this baby sealed in bag. I was like, I completely forgot that I had this, and I'm like, I am so stoked right now.
That's cool.
And I think I got this like when it first came out. I don't even remember when. I don't remember when this came out, to be honest with you.
2015. It was May the 4th.
2015 or 16.
Okay. So yeah, it's been in the bag since then. And I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, I know I had this poly bag. Where is it? I don't know where this is. And lo and behold, as I'm cleaning out parts of my Lego room, there it is. So I'm super excited. I'm debating whether or not, like, I want to put it in my collection, or should I try to sell it now?
So that figure, I think, also experienced a jump because of Andor, because he was in Andor, and there's been like a big market for Andor stuff, and they only released one set. So I think that figure, along with like a couple of the Rogue One figures, I know specifically K2SO and like the Shore Troopers went way up.
Yeah, K2SO shot through the roof.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
All right.
Shore Troopers have always been kind of weird.
That's awesome. Okay.
According to Bricklink, the quantity average price in the last 6 months is $64, and then current items $102.
What? Oh boy! As much as I would love to add this to my collection, maybe I could use that $102 towards the Legoland trip.
I don't know, man. I'll give you like $350.
$350 for this? Sold. I am. I know. I appreciate that. I'll tell you what. You give me $300, I'll sell it. I'll let you keep the $50.
I'm at $3.50. Where are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Then no. Exactly.
That's still probably better than what you get on Pawn Stars for it.
That is true. I'm actually one of the things. So I have on my trip down, I'm going to meet up with a person who's selling the old fishing store, the old set,
the shack,
and and I was hawing and humming on if I wanted to get it. I kept going back and forth. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I was like, well, I kind of want it, and I was kind of hunting around for one on Bricklink and eBay, and some of the prices were just like insane for what it's going for. But I didn't realize how many printed pieces are in that set. Like there's a lot of them. But needless to say, I was able to, like, I was talking with her. We went back and forth. I'm like, she literally lives 15 minutes away from Legoland. And I was like, okay, how about when I swing down, I'll stop by, I'll pay you in cash, no tax, no shipping, the whole 9 yards. And I'm actually going to be able to buy that right now at $325.
That's
so
not bad.
I think
that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I think that's a very good price for that right now. So I was like, okay, we'll do that. So it's going to be a buy one, get one deal on this trip going down to Legoland. Going to get to go to Legoland, and I'm also going to get a set that I've been wanting for a while.
So, Lou, speaking of pretty good deals, I actually wanted to show you something really quick. Actually, a couple things. So I've been doing an unhealthy amount of online shopping recently. And I came across
So
the
we've
first
heard.
thing I can't find right now because I bought a bin of probably like 200 figures, and it cost me like $150. So I was
from where'd you buy it from?
So I bought it on Whatnot. There was a guy having his first auction,
and
I like completely cleared him out. Like I basically bought everything because it was basically just me and him for the entire stream. So it's just like, yo, just push it all up, and he was like, sure. And I just basically bought everything. I bought a bunch of stuff for like $1 or $2, and I felt bad, but like, I don't know. Anyway. So I got do you remember the Kingdoms theme? Like the one with the Lion Knights and the Dragon Knights 2011? So I was able to get the Lion Knight horse with the barding that came in it was in 2 sets, I believe. It was in like I think it might have been in the big castle set, and then like one of the outpost sets. It's like a $40 horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got that and about 10 other Kingdom Knights / Crown Knights from 2007 Fantasy Era. I got all those for $50, which I thought was a pretty good deal.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then I wanted to show you a couple other things over here that I'm pretty proud of. So these were not from the same lot, but I just want to show you, first of all, how crisp these are. So look at that original Johnny Thunder. Like, look at the printing on that.
Wow, that is impressive.
That's like crisp, right? And same with his friend over here.
Is that the original? Is that the original gun?
Yeah, these are originals. This is all original.
No, but that gun mold, I've never seen that before on Lego.
You've never seen
old
this gun
rifle?
mold?
Yeah.
They still use this.
Rude. They made those as late as like 2013 when the Lone Ranger came out.
Yeah,
those
these have been
are in that set.
I never. Well, that's the problem. I never got any of the Lone Ranger sets.
And so,
I just
by the
remember
way,
seeing those sets. I wanted, especially the train, so bad, but I ended up not getting it. And then I actually bought it from Bricks and Minifigs, and then I was like, maybe there was a reason why I didn't buy it when I was younger. So then I traded it back in.
So by the way, the scratch that's on there is actually, it's like printed onto the minifigure head, so it's not like anything bad.
I'd say I improved though. This is what I got for trading in the train.
That's definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, David, you were
And
there.
then-
Can you confirm?
Yep, I remember. I remember
This last
working
thing
on
that
the
I got.
train.
This
Pretty
is
much
one of
my
my
week
biggest
at
flexes
Bricks
right
and
now.
Minifig. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So I got this guy right here.
What the hell?
So this is a gold knight. This is from the fantasy era. He came in this really weird set that was like a castle, like a tower siege, and it came with a princess. It came with we lost Liam. But it came with a princess. It came with a jester with a crossbow, and it came with this gold knight right here. And the only thing he was missing was his helmet, which is exclusive to this figure, but it's only like $3. And the visor, which is a bit more expensive, but this entire figure is in pearl gold. And so I ordered a pearl gold visor from Bricks and Pieces because they have them for the Night Castle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this figure together is $70.
Oh my god!
Would you like to take a guess how much I paid for this figure without the helmet, as is?
I would like. I'd like to take a guess, but I probably throw up.
I paid
$8. Oh god.
12.
What? $12?
Not too bad. Yes, $12 for this guy right here.
Wait, was this part of that? Was that part of the batch thing you did on the whatnot?
So this was a different whatnot order. I got a couple whatnot orders. I also got I finally got my brown classic spaceman.
Nice.
$3.
Wow.
I got old Alan Grant from Jurassic World from that big set.
Okay.
$3.
Yeah.
I got another one of the Weequay guards from the Boba Fett throne room.
Okay.
Just because I like him. $3, whatever, you know. But no, I'm proud.
But you still correct me if I'm wrong, because I've not. No, because I haven't used whatnot yet. But it's pretty much the same. Like you still have to pay taxes and shipping on top of that, right?
Yeah. So basically, shipping is kind of weird because it depends on how much you buy and how like big the thing you buy is. So usually there's a starting fee of like $4 for shipping, which isn't bad because that's the same as you're paying on like Bricklink or whatever. And then if you like buy, let's say, a figure, just like a normal figure, shipping can range anywhere from being free to being like 20 cents. And then if you buy something big after that, it'll be a bit more, maybe like a couple bucks. And then tax is just normal sales tax for wherever you live.
Forever here, yeah. That's not bad.
Oh, I found the horse. Okay. All right, here we go. Show this off really quick. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And get my wire out of the way. And if you look at it, both clips are intact.
Nice.
Yeah. And then here is part 1 of my Bricks and Pieces order. So
how long did that take? Okay, just out of curiosity, how long did it take Lego to get that to you?
Well, so this is from the warehouse. This is from the Illinois warehouse.
It's from the. Oh, okay.
So they added the Black Falcons and the Lion Knights and parts of the Vikings to the best sellers list, which means they ship from the warehouse. But that only took like 4 or 5 days.
Oh, that's not bad. I miss that being like living in Chicago or Illinois.
Yeah,
like getting those the warehouses right here. Like I have placed orders now, and I'm like, oh god, you guys are killing me with the delivery time.
So speaking of that, I think this might be the last topic we have because it's getting pretty late here. But the last thing I wanted to ask is, what deals did you guys get over the Amazon Prime Day weekend? So I'll start off because I already showed off the sets that I got today, which was kind of overhaul. But the first thing that I did, I think I texted you guys about this, was I got the Indiana Jones set, the big one, the big temple, for I think it was 30% off, and then my mom had a gift card on top of that. So it ended up being, I think, $70 or $80.
Nice.
And that's like $150 retail.
And then the other thing I did was my mom is a really big fan of the Hocus Pocus set because she loves the movie. It's like one of her favorite movies. So we got that, and I don't know if you noticed, but if you spent over $220, you got both the Blacktron Cruiser and the Bionicle set.
Yep.
Which I do have to say, to my point on last stream, the Blacktron figures went out of stock 2 days after I ordered them. Like, they were quick and gone.
Well, I'm sure that's probably because Lego's like, oh, we need them for the sets now.
No, it's because I bought them all.
You bought them all?
No, it's an exaggeration. I only bought like 20.
Only 20.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, had like 25 in stock.
I bought a healthy amount.
Has anyone else noticed that on like Bricks and Pieces, it's only like the newer sets now? Like you can't go back to some of the older sets and look at pieces?
Well, a lot of that's because they either don't produce the colors or things like that, because it's just kind of a hassle when the only bricks that would be available in those older sets are pieces that are either readily available in other sets that they're currently making or are just available if you look around. So it doesn't really help out for them to show you, the pieces from 2006, and it's like 10 pieces that are still already available in, a billion other sets already.
Well, I was using it for the thing is though, is I was using Bricks and Pieces to look at Super Star Destroyer parts, because that's what I'm trying to build the old Super Star Destroyer, and now I can't get it. Or I can't.
I'd honestly say just use Bricklink.
So, Liam,
I'm going through Bricks and Minifigs though, getting all the.
Yeah. So, Liam, I recently used Bricks and Pieces. I did my research on it too, and so because they bought Bricklink, the prices are new prices, as in like it's not like used, new, etc. It's if you look at a part on Bricks and Pieces or Bricklink, the price range for new is almost exact. It might be a couple cents off, like 2 or 3, 5. It's not that much different, but they range
pennies, right?
Yeah, right. They range in new prices for their Bricks and Pieces store versus how Bricklink works. So to be honest, if you're looking for more specific colors, especially like the older grain, etc., like you might as well just go through Bricklink because yeah, I agree. There's only a handful of stuff on Lego's Bricks and Pieces, and I think they have like a time frame of how they like rotate. Because I've never used it before, and you guys were talking about it a lot on the last stream, and I was like, I should look into this, and I had $50 to use via points for Lego, so I'm waiting on a big special order. I got my standard parts, which is only a few, but for more specialty parts, it takes like up to 20 days for them to go through and get it all together and then ship it out. So I mean, I'm going on 3 weeks waiting, but I mean, prices weren't bad, and I mean, I think out of pocket I only paid like $24.
What'd you end up
shipping
buying?
and all? So yeah, it's not too bad.
Dave, what'd you end up buying?
I wonder. I don't know if I could share it here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I could show you the list here.
Oh, he's gonna go into the database.
Well, because
I was worried. It's like I don't know if I can show this. I'm like, what pieces are you ordering?
No, I meant like
I have the exact Technic piece that he would buy.
What the hell is even that?
Here, 1 second. I'll even pull up the whole order because I have like an email or whatever.
Lou, have you seen like the Technic piece that everyone was saying looks like an unfortunate body part?
A Technic piece?
It's a Technic piece. It's a specific Technic piece. Here, I have a Technic.
Do we have a picture?
No, not saved.
Wouldn't that be weird? Oh, fortunately enough, there's literally one sitting right here. I did not plan. Okay, that sounds really bad.
Now I'm nervous.
Oh boy, here we go. Ready?
All right,
Right here.
so I'm gonna hold that one. And
What?
then- Oh, don't
I have
mind.
so.
I'm just taking photos because then I'll just put it in the chat or whatever.
Oh my god.
That's a new piece. I thought that's been used for a couple years.
Yeah, I think it's been around for a while, hasn't it?
It has. It's been around for, I think, like a really long time, actually.
Because I think I've got like several of those just sitting in one of my bins over there. While
so you've got a collection.
well, you know, I do what I can.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I do. I get nuts, crazy.
Okay, so I should be able to post these on the chat, right?
Let's check it out. Why don't you just share your screen?
I do not know how to do that here. Hold on.
Oof. You go to more, and then it should be under like settings or something.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
Shit. This says camera or audio, so I just do camera and then desk view camera, I guess.
Yeah, I believe so. Or maybe
because
you
I'm on
have to,
ISO.
Oh yeah, so if you're on your phone, then it might not work. Because when I did it, I had to be on my laptop. So.
Okay, so hold on. I
Yeah.
can just put these photos in the chat. Let me just go back here. It's not a big deal.
No,
well, I will say this while David's doing that. So what I got was I ordered the McLaren Formula One racer, not because I collect that series, but my cousin genuinely she's like, I love it, it's amazing, and I bought it. I'm gonna put it together for her birthday. She's not a Lego person, but she just likes the model. So I bought that, and then I'm gonna get a Wicked Brick case to go with it, and that'll be her birthday present this year. And then
You're
I
talking
bought
about the orange and blue one, right?
yeah. So it was discounted, and I got double VIP points on it. I'm like, boo-boo! And then I pre-ordered the Ghost as well. So I ended up getting the Funky Pack, the Blacktron, and the Bionicle as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me like copy and paste into.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's so odd.
No, I want to get like a couple of those Blacktron Cruiser promos if I can find a couple of them cheap. Because obviously I got this one for free. I picked up another one for $20. I just want to use the parts to like build more of like the classic Blacktron ships.
Oh, I thought you wanted to just put together an armada.
Yeah, I do. I just want to build 50 million of the same set.
I
could be like Liam.
Hey, quick question. Quick question. What were all the Lego specials you guys were talking about at Walmart? I didn't see any.
So, we lost Freddie. Anyway, so Freddie posted, obviously, that Walmart was having a 50-60% off clearance earlier in the day. And so I went to Walmart
right
before the stream to check them out. And so things like the Justifier was half off.
Really?
Yeah. There were no Justifiers, though.
Oh, of course.
And then there was everything that I would have probably picked up because it was on clearance. I was like, I'm not even going to bother. Boba Fett's throne room was $40.
Wow.
The Darth Vader helmet, I thought that set was retired, but it was $35. The Hoth ATST was The Hoth ATST was $24.
So, all right. So, here's like the major rundown of it is like where I go to find my Lego deals. I go on Reddit because there's a subreddit called r/Lego deals where everyone in like the US will just post about like where they find the best deals. And 2 years ago, I went to a Walmart that was remodeling, and they basically like 50% off all their Lego, like basically all of it. So I bought like the whole aisle, and I donated a bunch of it to like Toys for Tots. Like they had the Shang-Chi dragon for like $14. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep my eyes open. Last year, nothing really happened. But usually it's because they want to clear out old stock to get ready for the new ones.
Right.
So
They didn't
today
clear
I went to
AT&T
Walmart because I've been
push that
checking
into
every
brand
single. There's a
AT&T.
website that I use. It's called BrickSeek, like BrickLink, but instead of link, it's Seek.
Okay.
And basically what they let you do is you look up the UPC of any product, and you can check the inventory of any store in your area, so like Target or Walmart, and it'll give you a rundown of how many are in the store, how far away the store is from you, and what the price is. So there was this one set in particular. It was a Lego City set that's been on sale everywhere for like $15. It's down from 40. And so for the longest time, the Walmart by me had it for like 29, which was a small markdown, but I knew it was going to go lower. So I was like, oh, I'll check every single day until I see it hit like 15. And then today I saw it hit 15, and I was like, we got to go. So I went to Walmart, and the Star Wars stuff had already been cleared out, but they left a bunch of stuff. So I ended up getting the $10 4+ Black Panther set. I got a few of those for $4.50. I got the $20 Thor set with Gore and Mighty Thor and all that stuff. I got a couple of those for $9.
I think you mean
$9?
$9. I got you remember the big Jurassic World T-Rex set, the one with like the semi truck or whatever? It's normally, yeah, it's like $80 to $100. I picked up 2 for $39 each.
What?
Yeah, I got I got the Sunbird from Black Panther. That's normally a $50 set. I got it for $24. And the last thing I picked up was the Avatar Banshee set. That's normally a $60 set. I picked it up for $29. So, not too bad. And I might be going to a couple other Walmarts, maybe either tomorrow or a couple days in a bit, just to see what they have and maybe pick up a couple other things.
Freddie, how many Black Panther labs did you say you picked up?
I only picked up 2.
2? Okay.
I'm probably going to donate them both, because what I do is I see it as if I don't buy them, someone else will buy them. So whenever I see sets for like super cheap, I usually just pick up the whole stock that they have and then donate the rest to Toys for Tots, whatever I don't need or use.
Nice.
Yeah, so in 2021 when I first did it, they had a bunch of like the Lego video sets for $2.50 each, like the big $20 boxes. They had those for $2.50 each. So I picked up like 20 or 30 of them, and I just donated them all.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet, dude. I didn't really know you did that.
Well, no, because like the way I see it is that I could either buy them all and then give some kids a really good Christmas, or you can wait and have some other guy buy them all and then either keep them and sell them for millions more in 20 years, or just part them out and sell them on BrickLink. So I'm like, if they're going to be sold, it's better that it goes to a good cause than have someone like, come in and just sell all of it because they can.
Right.
Yeah, I can see
Freddie, onto what you were just saying, I was thinking that if this channel over the course of the next month does well, and we can maybe even get monetized and we can start a fundraiser, I was thinking towards the holiday season we could get like a fundraiser going to raise money to purchase Lego and donate it to things like Toys for Tots. That's what I was thinking we could do.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I mean, I would love, especially, well, for you guys in that area too, like I would love if we could donate to maybe like the Laurie Children's Hospital too.
Yeah.
I agree with that for sure. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, if we keep a lot of the consistency and structure stuff, and like try not to go off the board in topics, I think it'd be pretty good. I mean, that's also fun for us to do. I'm not saying don't do that.
I mean, I'm all for free flowing. Like, where are we going to go now? Oh my God, how did we end up at the, the end of the universe? Well, that's a weird way, but we got there.
Life,
right.
finds a way.
But yeah, I definitely, I would be
Probably
100%
start
behind that.
winding down now.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize what time it is.
Unfortunately, the
yeah,
only
yeah, we should
2022
probably,
stuff I had any interested in was the ATTE, and of course that one wasn't discounted.
As
All right.
Lou would say, we got to be hitting the bricks soon.
Yep. So why don't we go around the horn?
Hitting the
Lou,
bricks.
You got anything you want to plug?
No, nothing really. Stay tuned. I can't wait to tell you all about my first trip to Legoland. So,
Oh yeah, Lou, if you want, since you have the the stuff, you can even make a video about it and upload it to this channel.
oh, okay, I will do that. I will surreptitiously be videoing as I walk around.
That'd be really cool to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what everybody in this thing has an access to. Like, if you want to make a Lego video and maybe say it shouldn't go up on Bricks and Minifigs or whatever, this channel is your
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I appreciate it. Definitely. I think that'd be a
Perfect.
lot of fun. It's something I'll have to figure out for sure, just because I'm not so tech savvy and etc. But I don't know. For me, like, I like joining in with people and doing this. So I find it more enjoyable and I get more in depth with it.
Oh yeah. All right, Freddie, you got anything you want to plug?
The whole of crippling self-doubt in my heart. No, I'm just kidding. No, I got nothing going on. I'm trying to make more YouTube content. I'm gonna hopefully invest in a microphone that doesn't sound like the audio to Oppenheimer when the first nuclear bomb's detonating.
If you want a headset with a microphone, get you a Turtle Beach.
I have a Turtle Beach actually that I use for Xbox. I'm just trying to get an actual microphone.
I feel like I should probably do that for my PC because I want to start doing gaming stuff on my 501st channel, but I need a new microphone and I need probably a camera.
The content that I'm going to be making is largely going to be centered around remaking classic sets. As you saw, I definitely have a crippling addiction to buying figures off bricks and pieces. So that's also going to be a large part of it, because I have castle armies of I think 20. I'm going to be trying and building up all the major castle armies, so the kingdom armies, the fantasy era armies, and maybe a couple others to at least 20 or so figures.
I mean, I would love, as somebody who it doesn't use that website as often as I use Bricklink, a tips and tricks video on the great way to search and find stuff would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Watch out,
actually
it's
really
coming
cool
for
to
you.
do. Yeah.
And then of course also the self-doubt thing would be cool to plug too. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
You know, Homecoming's coming soon. Maybe that's a nice way, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Homecoming. I only went to 2 of mine.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie. I'm like, wait, that's
No.
already.
I was like,
that's already been out.
I got bad news for you, buddy.
All right. Well, all right. I'll go ahead and plug. I have my own YouTube channel. It's obviously Liam 501st. There I'll do non-Lego centric stuff aside from the 2 live streams of this we did before on there, and then Brick World. A couple things will be coming down the road on that channel. But anyway, guys, stay tuned to this channel. This will be our Lego centric ensemble stream for some more Lego building stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all later.
Good night.
Shall not